Absolutely. We do not want anything. No, please, we don't want. Nigeria will be going on our own pace. And nobody has said they want our sovereignty. What do you want tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow they will now close our oil fields. That is it now. Because they said, leave diplomatic, leave military access. But who are we? The Chinese can overrun us. If they ever want to take anything and we say no, they will overrun us with their military because they have stronger military capability like we do. So why should we be this foolish? And for me, the minister should resign and the government should apologize to the people. And that's why I've been saying since that the president is not available to act, to guide the ship of state. And that's why you see all this is happening. We are only discovering this simply because some Nigerians, having read about the Chinese behavior in some other African countries, took these papers to go for reprint. And when they went for interpretation, they found out that the minister actually signed away our sovereignty.
Are you saying it wasn't written in English?
No, it was not.
Really?
Never.
Are you sure?
It was this very agreement. I'm happy we're discussing it now.
If it wasn't written in English, how did I get that quote?
Because this problem, when we found out it was only written in Mandarin. Nigerians said, look at what is happening in other African countries. Let us go and interpret this thing written in Chinese. That was how we went to do it, and then these things are discovered. Nobody ever knew about this thing. And this is where the problem is. So why would you even sign an agreement that you cannot read? Who are the Nigerians that signed it? Because if Nigerians have seen it, my brother, my sister, Nigerians are patriotic people. They will raise their voice at the very first minute that they say, I don't want the money. How can you take my sovereignty? Do you know what that means? For how much? 400 million. That's what you want to sell Nigeria for. And then the Chinese cannot take anything that they want. Our assets, our oil assets, they are not taking, the Chinese are talking about taking over the LNG. Yes, the Chinese will make sure our politicians default. Yes, I am very happy that we've all agreed that we are angry. I believe that now that we found out that there are new loans with sovereignty tied to it, Nigerians do not want it. If you want to predict the future, study the past. We don't have a good history of managing foreign loans. We are very likely to fall. And if we fall, the Chinese will come here. If what they gave us for the money has depreciated, they will look around and take whatever they think they want that is up to the money they gave us. Don't forget this. So don't say it's tied to. No, it's not. If I give you some particular things, say a phone, that money is marked against the phone. If the time when the time to pay is and you've destroyed the phone, I won't tell you give me phone. No. I'll look at for anything you have and I will take it. That's what it is. Understand what they're saying. They're not telling you that thing. No, the thing they give you with the money, you could depreciate it. The 400 million, you might look inside that project and you find only 150 million.
Absolutely.
But they will take something off Nigeria for that thing on their mind.
So what should we do at this moment?
We do not want such. Because of the way we are a multi-ethnic society. The way Buhari has arranged these loans, that he excluded the Southeast and then excluded a lot of the South, and he spends the money up north. Tomorrow, when the Chinese want to take something and they say they want to take it in the Southeast, the areas that Buhari didn't expand this infrastructure of loans for, how do you think that will occur? We don't want it. We don't want it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Today is the 12th day of the 12th month in the year of our Lord 2021. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers in today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Also, you can see us on social media, on Facebook. It is now Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. We are live and direct. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has sacrificed everything, including himself, in order to make sure that you and I are saved, that you and I are free. What have you sacrificed? What have you contributed in this effort? Because this is a collective effort. It is not only about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, neither Mazi Jonathan, or one person or the other, but our collective interest. That is why today the topic of my submission is collective interest. We have lost it all by this extreme selfishness which Nigeria has pushed us into. We should come back. I say we should come back. That is why, here we attack the heart of our problem. That is the brain. I go straight to the brain where the problem lies. That the brain, right from our leader, has been saying it, that the problem we are having, the problem of the black man, is the brain. That is why here we go direct, to the source, in order to reset that thing that has been damaged. We need to come back from this extreme selfishness, because it is destroying us as a people. It is destroying us as a people. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Today is the 12th day of December 2021, being Sunday. Therefore, without wasting time, we must pray. Let us pray.
Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ ime ife niile. Gị onye kere ihe niile ekere eke, ma gị onwe bụ onye a na-eke ya eke. Gị onye nwere mbido, nwere ọgwụgwụ. Gị onye kechara ebe ụmụ Igbo site na ndị nna nna anyị, onye anyị nọ na n'inye tata bụ eri. Iwe sị na anyị nwa bụ ndị ga na-aza afa gị nwa bụ Chukwu n'ụwa gbaa gburugburu. Iwe sị anyị zaba ụmụ Chukwu, anyị zaba nwa Chukwu, anyị zaba ike Chukwu, anyị zaba ọlụ Chukwu, anyị zaba ugo Chukwu, Chukwu Emeka, Chukwu bụ ike m, Chi bụ eze, Chi nyere. Ọ gị nyere afa ndị a niile wee na-aza ya. Ụwa niile webụ n'ebe a ka idebere ihe niile iji wee kụọ ụwa. Ma n'otu ihe maọbụ ihe ọzọ, o wee bụrụ na agbapụrụ anyị anya, mana tata na ya fụga ebe nya bụ mmiri na obido wee maba anyị. Ọnya ka eji wee gbakọnyọ tata, wee bịa gbaa gị okirikiri ebe a. Ife a ji wee gbaa gị okirikiri n'ọngụ gwakwara isi onye n'ekpere na-abụ ka ọ na-ọnwụ ewu nwogbuo n'ala, ọṅụta nne ya ala. Ọkwa nya ka eji wee bịa tata bụ ụbọchị Eke. Ife eji n'aka abụọ ọdịnala jikọtara Igbo bụ ọjị, nke unu gwara anyị nya ka eji ekwu okwu ọjị. Bọọdụ mma juru nya bụ n'Igbo nke anyị nọ n'ime tata. Agwesị ya bụ oge kara aka n'olukwana. Nọ mberede nyiri dike, ma nọ mberede ka eji ama dike. Anyị fe bịara tata bụ na ebe abịa ịgbadoro ọsọ wee bịa sị na ebe aba na anyị na ya abịago ka anyị were ife idebere anyị. Anyị fe bịara iwere tata bụ ụbọchị Eke, bụ mbido izu ndị Igbo, maka abịa na Igbo n'ụnụ gwara anyị na-agba n'anọ ka ọ dị. Tata bụ mbido izu ndị Igbo, na anyị bịara tata ka anyị werekwa ihe niile nke unu debere, bụ ife ọma niile nke unu debere, nke ndị ilo bịa napụ anyị, maka na ị gwara anyị site n'ọnụ ụnụ, maka na ụnụ nwa, maka na ife ọma si n'aka ụnụ abịa. n'ọnya ka anyị si wee bịa bụ na ga-eziri gụrụ igwe kpatara na ada arapụ isi aka were agba ụrịọm na ụnụ kwu na ada agụghị isi anụ n'ite onye ka ha ji wee bịaba tata were ekwu okwu maka ndị a niile dị iche iche ndị na-agba mgba n'ụzọ dị iche iche ndị dị aka ha nara anyị ihe nketa anyị nwoke eke nọ nafa nwoke ori nọ nafa nwoke afọ nọ nafa nwoke nkwọ nọ nafa nwaanyị eke nọ nafa nwaanyị ori nọ nafa nwaanyị nkwọ nọ nafa nwaanyị afọ nọ nafa anyị sị nafa niile ga-eji anazelu mmiri ha ga-eji anazelu mmiri ha ga-eji anazelu mmiri na-azelu mmiri ji wekwu ya ugboro ịnọọ na ha ga-ezelu na eke zelu n'orie zelu na afọ zelu na nkwọ mana ọkpọrụ gị na-ekekere ụwa na ọ ga-abịali na mmezu ekekere ụwa ọkwa ka anyị chetakwa na ibu anyị ụzọ mara ihe ndị a niile na ọgụ a na-ekwu okwe na o nwere onye iwepụtara o wee buru ụzọ ana onye bụ ụzọ ọgụ abụ ọrụ gị nwoke abụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ndu onye na-afụbeghị ụdị ya mbụ kamgbe eji wee kọwara anyị akọ afụdoro ebe edere ụdị mmadụ a n'akwụkwọ o wee bụrụ n'oge nke anyị ka ị mere ka anyị fụ ụdị ndị a iwe gụọ anyị afa nke dị oke ọnụ ahịa isi na anyị bụ ndị indigenous people of Biafra o wee gwa anyị that before all there were none like us and after all there will be none like us that after we might have gone that humanity will seek to see people like us again but they will not see us iwe kekere ụwa ebe ọ bụ na ịrọpụtara anyị n'oge generation nke anyị n'oge ọgbọ nke anyị a na ị ga-eme ihe ebube nke dị oke ọnụ ahịa nke a na-emebeghị n'ụwa mbụ ụmụ gị abịakwa na-ekekere ụwa ụmụ gị abịa na tata bụ ụbọchị eke gị onye na-amụ anya n'okwu ọnụ gị fụ na ọbịa na mmezu iwe sa bụ ndị na-echetara gị ihe anyị edere na adu ọkwa nye ka anyị ji wee na-echetara gị n'isi na-arịọ na anyị ga-arịọta anyị chọọ na anyị ga-achọta anyị kwa anyị ga-emeghere anyị ụmụ gị abịakwa na-ekekere ụwa tata bụ ụbọchị eke dịka anyị na-akụ meghere anyị dịka anyị na-achọ ka anyị chọta ekekere ụwa dododo ka anyị na-arịọ gị anyị amarakwa na ebe anyị ebido ọkwa na ụmụaka ka anyị bụ na-asa arụ n'afọ n'afọ mana gị bụ onye na-eme ihe niile chetakwa na ọgịbe ekekere ụwa ka anyị ji wee ṅụọ iyi anyị ji gịbe enu wee ṅụọ iyi were gịba na wee ṅụọ iyi were mmiri ṅụọ were ikuku ṅụọ wee sị na ụmụaka niile akpọrọ ha ndị volunteers ndị na-eso Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'azụ na ha ga-adị ka echi na echi ada abụọ a sị na ọ bịara egbu ha ga-egbu onwe onye ụra na-echara anya wesị na isi ba na awa aja onye a ga-eji isi nke wee chụọ mmadụ ọbụla ọsọ anya bụrụ gọvanọ ọsọ anya bụrụ elda ndị na-agbọzi na ha bụ airlines nke si na ife anyị na-ekwu okwu ebe a na nke unu nyere anyị na ya agaghị anọ n'ime ma ọ na ọ gaghị enwe isi a sị na ha niile ga-ebeta isi bata ihe na ya ga-enwe isi a sịrị oso na fụrụ ụmụaka ma ọ bụ anyị niile nọ ebe a wee tụba nkwe a sịrị egbe eluigwe si n'igwe gbaa ka ọ bụrụ ya n'ugwu tụwa ya n'ala a sịkwa na ụnụ kechara ụbụba ụnụ fụrụ ụbụba wee baa ya afa wee sị ụbụba ọ na-azichara imi ya tụwa ya n'arụ ya maka na ọchụ nwa ọkọ nwata na nwa ọkọ nwee nwe ngwa ọsọ ụnụ gwara ya na ụnam na-ada egbu ebe n'ebe kama na ọ na-abụ ụnam na-atụsị ọ na ebe n'ebe ọnya ka anyị ji sụ na anyị ga-azụ ka afịa mana anyị ga-ana ka afịa n'ize a na anyị ga-agba ka nkwụ mana anyị agba ka ngwọ n'ife anyị na-ekwu okwu ya anyị ma na aja anyị ma na ọgbaguru ga-enye nkume mana ọ ga-anyụ ori ya na akpana maka na aja ada egbu edi dịka anyị jikọrọ aka ọnụ tata ekekere ụwa si otu a wee gbaa na niile ebe ala Biafra niile okirikiri adịnọngụgụ bụ eriọm gị butere ụzọ ọgụ a bute ụzọ ọgụ a onye ọ na-ekwetara n'ife a na-ekwu kutuo ka ọ nwụọ ozugbo ị gwara ife ọ na-ekwu na ị ga-eme ka ọ bịa na mmezu anyị ekwuo na-ekwu bie si na otu a ka ọ ga-adị tata bụ ụbọchị eke n'afa Chukwu okike abịa amapụrụ n'ife
the language of heaven. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. You can also listen to us through Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE live on Facebook. Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE live on Facebook. You will see us there. Therefore, you have no excuse not to listen to this gospel, because according to one, is it a proverb or one story, biblical story, when the rich man and Lazarus, when the rich man died and saw Lazarus the poor man in paradise, he was shouting, "Please go and tell my people," because they cannot listen, send somebody from the spiritual world. And he was told, if you cannot listen to the voice of the people that are there living, if they cannot listen to their voice and change, they couldn't be helped. Even if you want to bring out a Holy Ghost from heaven, they will not listen to him. Therefore, it is for you to listen to this voice, the voice of liberation, the voice of freedom, because here we preach the gospel of liberty. Before I go on to the mainstream of what I have today, I want to read one news, just one little headline. I want to say something about, because I just saw it and it touched me. Updated December 11, 2021. That was yesterday. It says, the headline says, Indian farmers head home after year-long protests. 1 year. These people, the Indian farmers, they were heading home victorious after 1 year of protest. Do you understand what it means? You know, our leader have been talking about consistency. Let me read it a bit. Thousands of Indian farmers were packing their belongings and dismantling tent cities on Saturday as they headed home from the Delhi outskirts following a year-long protest against the government's agricultural policies. In a rare retreat last month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced and pushed through Parliament the repeal of 3 contentious laws that farmers claimed will let private companies control the country's agricultural sector. What I want to bring here is their consistency. Well, 1 year protest consecutive. They built tents, tens and hundreds of thousands of them, Indian farmers. And lo and behold, their voice was heard. 1 year. If I go down the news, police even killed, some of them were killed. Up to 10 of them or more we are killed at the first time. But it didn't debar them. They continued the protest. It was making other farmers from every other part of India started coming, gathering. Do you know India is a very big country? Very big country. As police was trying to disperse them since last year, others were coming from every other part of India in order to reinforce. And they built tents, block road for complete 1 year until their demands were met. Tell me, you that is listening to me, a black man, Homo sapien, black man, I don't know whether to call you Homo erectus. Can you do that? Tomorrow you are in India, they will tell you you are discriminating against me. Why? Yeah, black. Because me, I'm an African, that is why. Because you cannot do what they did. That is the difference. Anytime you see, you are discriminating against me, Indian police, because I am an African. I want to tell, if I tell the policeman, carry this one, deport him back to where he belongs to. Because what they do, you cannot do it. Only what you want is to reap where you didn't sow. 1 year protest, 1 year consecutive. Can you do it? Can you do it? You do it one. I never chop. Hey, hunger they thought cut now. Wow, this thing I beg, if not like that, make we there as it be. That is the problem with the black man. I don't know, guys. We still remain in that home. I will go into details later. We still remain Homo erectus, the primitive men till today. You see them, orangutan, claiming rights anywhere where they didn't build. Go and build your own country. You cannot. Support what we are doing so that tomorrow our generations coming will be better off. You can no. But you want to reap where you did not sow. Indian farmers, 1 year of protest. Do you think that they were not hungry? Do you think that it was easy for them? But because they were consistent, they know what they need. Not people that will come after, they will say, hey, I beg. Now Yoruba, now Igbo. I beg, now Igbo people, more no follow them. What kind of people are you? Before God and man, if I'm the concussions, you know what? I will withdraw. You see, aeroplane. withdraw this modern switch off even satellite serving Africa on both telephone, so that you either you are forced to walk or you go back to Stone Age. Because sometimes I say I cannot understand. Is it the same maker that make all of us with these people? Do you understand what it means? 1 year protest. Every day they didn't give up until finally their government, succumbed to their demand. Do you know what it means? Tomorrow when you go there they tell you do this or be like this. He said, no, are you discriminating against me? I'm a farmer. I know I read agriculture. So why are you not giving me that job? And they will look at you with disdain because you cannot do what they do. Can you sustain protest? Ordinary 1 month you cannot sustain protest. Now if it's like this, so let us you continue living in slavery. That is why black people lived under slavery for more than 3 centuries or 14 centuries. It has to take a white man also to come back to outlaw it. Even in Africa, normally the outlawing of slavery supposed to start from Africa by Africans, but they are making money. Evil people, for goodness me, and you are suffering. You don't know the source of your suffering. People that sold their own, you don't know. You don't know why they look at you as lepers everywhere around the world. It doesn't matter who you are. Always you are trying to claim right, this and that, but do what others are doing. You cannot do it. Always shouting and complaining. What type of homo erectus are these? Sometimes I want to go crazy, honestly. What type of human beings are you? Google it and read it. Even it was reported in Chinese television. 1 year protest. 1 year consecutive. They didn't rest until they got what they want from the government. Can you do it? You are on land, you get it's Igbo people. No, don't join them, Igbo people. And you continue suffering. God continue punishing you. You continue suffering because of the evil you are, the way you are. You sold your brothers. The other day, one caller here made a very fantastic suggestion. When we are talking about the problems we are having as a people, that we should organize officially to go and apologize officially to our brethren in the Americas, Jamaica, all parts of America, all those black people over there, that we sold, we are complicit. Do you know that the selling of Joseph in the Bible, the Israelis suffered it for 4 centuries of slavery? Do you understand that? And you are looking at why are we suffering? Are we not the same human being? No, you are not the same human being. You remain alien man. That is it. It doesn't matter whatever you wear. It doesn't matter the car you are riding. Can you manufacture car? Do you manufacture a craft? You are now okay. You want to fly first class? Can you manufacture aircraft? Pure orangutan. I have PhD. I have this and that. Do what others do. You cannot. Sometimes we need to do self-examination, because the problem we are having is from us. We sold our own people, and even the white people have to come to enforce the law of stopping slavery in our own land, to force people under gunpoint. Stop selling your brothers, and you are telling me that is a good thing? And you're looking for why are we suffering everywhere? Because of the evil we committed. It is true. It is true. And that is where even the white people hated us the more. That is where they started referring to us as as people that are animals, in short. When you can sell your own brother to foreigners into that type of suffering just for money, for fame, what are you talking? Here we are apolitical. We tell you the truth as it is. It doesn't matter. If you can go and hang yourself in a tree, that is not our problem. We want to solve this our problem once and for all, so that we become like other races in this world. We become like other races. I saw somebody wrote, Africa is very big, 30-something million square kilometers, where Europe is whether 6 million. This and that is, we have the natural 90% of gold. We have the, I was laughing. You have all these things, but you don't have brain. What is the need? Let us sell everything we have in order to go and buy brain. That is, sell everything you have and go and buy sense. Now with brain you can get anything. Do you know that they are scrambling now in space in other planets? All this rare gas and rare materials, all this gold and diamond and this and that in outer planets. That is what the brain can give you. Not we are sitting on our crude oil. You are there. I saw Biafra State was covered with soot. Biafra State, all every smoke, bad smoke. Dick and Harry was smoking it. Sniffing it, taking it. Everybody, even to River State. In my oil. How many? What is the life expectancy there over there? When you are sick, they will tell you go to all these scammers that call themselves men of dog or men of dog. I don't know. Or native doctors, any one of them. You go there, they start telling you, they will open office on your head, telling you that it is your brother, it is your uncle. You don't know that it is your stupidity that is killing you. That is it. We don't need to pity ourselves, because we have pitied ourselves so long and we are heading nowhere. All you are seeing is stupidity upon stupidity. Indian farmers, they did 1 year protest, one consecutive. They didn't go back and say, as all they are doing, others are bringing food for them. If this one time they go, others are coming. Relay, they are there, build tents. Come sun, come shine, come heat, come cold, they are there. And their government saw that these people, you cannot remove them. And the government have to succumb. The government have to succumb to their demand. Ask yourself, can you do it? Look at now, you see people come, everywhere is calm, is now boring. IPOB is now boring. We don't know what we are doing, because you yourself, you are boring. That is it. You know, black people, what matters for them is their stomach. That thing they are seeing now. That is why they are at the bottom layer of every part of the world. Anywhere they live, go there is quagmire. They are the poorest. You don't ask yourself why. Why all these things? Why? Because you cannot do what others are doing. And you refer to yourself equal. Equality is end. It's end. It's not given to you by mere shouting or complaining. Give me my equality. No, you earn it. You earn it. Others are manufacturing aeroplane. You go and manufacture your own. Organize yourself into good government. Manufacture your own. Now you earn respect from other people. Not complaining. Is it because I'm black man? Yes. If I'm the white man, I'll tell you yes, because you are black monkey. You can't do nothing. You only consume. You consume everything. You don't do nothing. That is why I'm against you. And what can you do? You cry. Cry. You know, our leader said he looked for a job in one time when he came out from school as a bright human being. He looked for work. He went to look for work in London, and a job that even he was overqualified. They didn't give it to him. They give it to another Englishman, white person. And when he went to, he told his friends were telling him, no, go to court. No, you deserve it. Go and court, they know they showed you how much advice. Claim your right. Can you claim your right in Nigeria? Claim your right. Our leaders say no, it is their country, they do what they want. If it vexes us, let us go home and build the same thing. If foreigners come, we can discriminate, no problem. Anything, let us go and build our own country. That is mature, enlightened mindset. Not everybody can understand him, you know, because people go with useless sentiments. You're a black man now. That's why, because you're in their land. Do you know what they sacrifice to build their land? You are entering flight. Do you know how many people that this flight, the construction of flight, eat their head, chop their head? Make I talk them like that. When the twin brothers, rich brothers, flew the first time, I think for 59 seconds. Others from everywhere in Europe, America, Japan, Asia, they started competing. People were dying. People will fly and crash and die. Others will continue. If it is you, want somebody fly there, hey, I beg, not enter there again. Case closed. We pray to God to give us a spiritual flight. Sometimes I become disgusted, honestly, when I see people claiming rights in foreign lands that doesn't belong to them. Why not go to your place and can you protest for a moment? When NSAS protest was going, our leader was here in this platform screaming his head off, pushing people, don't stop. And lo and behold, Ndiara, only small thing. Now Igbo people they destroy nothing. Mumu for Lagos. Now Igbo people now our property, now Yoruba property they destroy. You see orangutan started falling like ripe pear. Looking at them, say, comrades become enemies. Can you do what the white people did? Can you do that? Is it not when they are killing people in Izombe? Others in our mama will be watching it on YouTube. Hey, in Izombe they happen. Now wow, we cannot reach here. They will finish there and come to our mama and erase it, burn everything. Other people in Owerri will be watching. They will finish there and go to Owerri. Uguta will be watching. They will finish and go to Uguta. We will be watching. They will finish. Nobody will come out spontaneously. Nobody. Because you are primitive. Very primitive Homo erectus. That is what you are. Do you see, whenever there is injustice, videos in America, do you see what happens? Protests everywhere. Every state will join, both white and black. Because they fight injustice. It doesn't matter where the origin, because that injustice, if you don't fight, their mentality is an enlightened mentality. If I don't fight it, tomorrow it will touch me and no person will fight for me, so I have to come out. That is it. But in our own land, we want it to reach us before it touch our own land. Before we start knowing that, okay, it's true, that thing they are saying is true, I never witnessed it. Today I saw the bandits. Now wow, they shoot. God though, they kidnapped 50 people. Only me escape. Thank God though, thank Jesus. They are a very selfish set of people. You go testimony. Those 50 people, they are not human beings. A white man will be crying, say, why am I alive? I will never stop until I fight this thing. That is the way they do. But a black man will run away, start praising, thanking Jesus. Hey, well, God testimony. They say, oh, but they kidnapped, they have killed the 50. Only me escape. Thank her. Hey, I'm happy. Oh, because you are evil. Our evil character is glaring at us on the face every day. Every day. But because you are blind, that is why you don't see it. But here we expose it. We expose it as it is, without missing words. That is it. Indian farmers, 1 year of protest. 1 year, 365 and 1/4 days consecutive. They say without government bowing to them, they will not go. Can you do that? Can you do it 1 month? Hey, no. Hey, instead of these people to cause this problem for us, I beg, let them get government. Let government do as they want. I beg, let us live in peace. Peace at all costs. You see, peace. Instead of living in peace as a slave, let it be pieces. You know, white people, they have red line you can never cross. They have red line. You can never cross it. If you cross red line, I could remember the time, was it how many years back? Either 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, current president of Turkey, the time he was jailing people, pursuing coup plotters, so-called coup plotters. He visited America. They wanted to kill him, if not for the American security. You know, these people, they have class. Now they don't care. People sacrifice themselves. They want to kill. Nearly they killed that president. They don't care. Their life doesn't matter to them. Until American police become too physical, too violent. All of them were violent. Both the protesters, they want to kill that. They want to kill him. They don't care. They want to break the barricade of the president by fire, by force, with anything they can. You know that many people were wounded that day. Some of you can understand what I'm saying. You know, they don't care about. They fuck the law. They don't care. They went to violence there. They said they want to kill this man. They went to violence because on your chakahao, they have prestige. They don't entertain anything. No. They don't live like slaves. No. It's only black race. Just be peaceful. It brings me to read there is one news of this useless Sarikin Fulani of Imo State. You know, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State. Look at what he said. The same yesterday. Also, mass Igbo youths to shun violence, appreciate opportunities in Nigeria. He recognized that Igbos are marginalized. But what can we do? Just go on, continue, just accept. This is not. These are primitive people. We should rise up in order to do something to show that we are the same with the mainstream human beings. I'm telling you, not living in peace. Oh, we live in peace. But you're a slave. You're a slave. We are in a Christmas time. People are coming. People are going to the zoo from abroad, but not all will go back. Many will be killed by DSS, military, the Nigerian security forces in general. As you are going, they are obtaining you. You are only begging because they have given the routine. Somebody wrote, if this DSS, if they stop you, be polite. Just answer them. If they ask for money, give them so that you live. It's true. You have to, because we are so individualistic. So you have to save yourself. Bring 1 million and say, oh God, I beg, let me give you 200,000 for nothing because you're a slave. That is the type of peace you accept. That is it. That is the type of peace you live in. Let us live in peace. So we must live in peace. So peace at all costs. The Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, he gave advice on Saturday. What I have simply set out in this book is, okay, he said on Saturday, presentation of his book titled Reflections on the Igbo Question in Owerri. What I have simply set out in this book is for our youths to appreciate the opportunities before them. Which opportunities? and embrace such instead of bemoaning the marginalizing of Indibo and resorting to violence, which is self-defeat. These are agents, slave agents. These are them. They should come up with the pragmatic ways of conquering their fear. Pragmatic ways. When you come out with first class as a student, looking for job, you see they will take Mohammed Haruna from Katsina because of who he is, not because of what he merits. Somebody that didn't even pass, they will take him on top of. He said, "No, take it like that. Conquer your fear. Continue, because we are in one Nigeria." Something is this. We have never risen to that level. That level of enlightenment that will make your life becomes nothing just for you to do the good thing. You don't consider your life again. Otherwise, these people, they are not supposed to be there. You're talking. I'm telling you. That is, whether we like it or not, we can shout, we can call and complain, DOS, I call DOS. We never reach that enlightenment. We have never reached that level. Never. That's it. As I said, Turkish people, the opposition, they wanted to kill their president in America. They don't care. Many were arrested, even wounded. I saw it. Wounded. They went violent. They don't care. This is a type of a level of enlightenment. The level of enlightenment that warranted the Indian farmers to protest for 1 year, because they are focused. They have a focus. They have a goal. Bring it back to our land. 1 day, 2 days, the people will start demonizing the protesters even. And every time, leave us, make we go sell our goods. They know you as trader. Are you not ashamed? Why they didn't call you footballer? Because in Nigerian squad is all made up for mostly Biafrans. So why they didn't call you footballer? Female to the same thing. Why they didn't call you musicians? But they call you traders, and you happily answer. As a slave, anything they give you, Toby, you answer. Tomorrow they change your name, another slave master buy you and start calling you William. You answer. You're a slave. You have no choice. Here we try to punch that part of the brain that you think that doesn't function. We punch it so that it starts working, and working heavily. That is it. Let me leave this animal here, this Sarkin Fulani of Imo State. You read it, I read it, I was mad. You know that we are marginalized, but you have to accept and follow Nigeria, one Nigeria, and continue trading. You continue trading. We must continue. I say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very strong man. I'm telling you honestly. There will be a person who will just go mad direct. Because when you see the characters of our people, what is going on, sometimes you become mad even for existing. You say, why can't I do? One day, our leader say, if I'm coming out, he said that because why not make me a tree? Instead of living with people that only what they focus is something that is nothing. Like a boutique now. How many people that have been obtained? They carry cash, dollar or euro, any currency go. They are stealing your money through bank. Any withdrawal, you see small thing, you don't care. It doesn't matter. But when they are doing it to millions of people at a time in one day, you know how much it is. They are stealing. They borrowed money from China. and they excluded the southeast, south that openly, and for the interest of peace, let's continue on Nigeria. Are you not an animal? When you look at all these people, you are seeing another thing that is rather than human being, and you want us to continue one Nigeria. Okay, because we are objects, we are not human beings. We must continue. Let me, this Indian protest for one year, Otobugum, we should learn. I used to give example with South Sudan. 39 years of fighting. 39 war, very disastrous war with the real Janjaweed. They didn't give up until they get what they want. If it's our people, hey, now live peace, give peace a chance now. Let us live in peace. So peace, and you are ask people that come. Once you enter Murtala Muhammad or Abuja airport, fear of unknown grip you. Oh, but it's in your country. Oh, fear. Going on the road, fear. Everything fear. You are afraid, but you are in your country. Instead of living in this type of situation as a slave, to hell with that peace. To hell, peace should not be at our own cost. It should never be like that. We must continue. I will go straight to the topic of my submission, please, because this is a preamble. But before that, let me also reiterate on my normal saying. Stop calling these people the House of Fulani. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatever that is happening. The Hausa and Fulani, they are not the same. Nothing like Hausa Fulani. This Hausa Fulani has one people. They falsely made us to believe is a Fulani creation. Fulani creation. The history of the origin of the Fulani presence in Hausa land started 1804. 1804. Only 200 and something years back. Only. Through Ottoman Danfodio. So when they manipulated the Hausas into conquering themselves for them, the Fulani, they made sure they compromised by force. When you study history, look, Ottoman Danfodio made sure he gave order, brought the Fulanis from every part of Africa, Futajelon, mostly. He said, come, every Fulani man must make sure he took Hausa wives. Multiple Hausa wives. It becomes a law. Studying history, you will see it. Why? Because he wanted to compromise and create his own, what you call Hausa Fulani today. As you understand, that is why they always today they are taking our women, marrying them. They will tell you, oh, you see, we are not religious bigots. You see, I'm a Muslim, but I take an Igbo girl, a Christian, and I look at people, I laugh. I say ignorance or Juanoria. Ignorance is a very big disease, honestly speaking. Very big one. They are trying to compromise your blood. That is the way they fight. It's part of jihad. Don't you understand that? Don't you know that Muhammad married a Jewish? He married a Catholic. Do you know that? In order to compromise and stop that lineage, the woman lineage, turn everything to them, to their advantage. Honestly speaking, we need to protect ourselves, and that is what we are doing. That is why we are fighting in order to make sure that Biafra is restored, because without Biafra we are not human beings. Without Biafra we are not human beings. Let it enter your skull, whether you like it or not. I say without Biafra you are nothing. Complete nothing. Nada. You are nothing. You understand me? So stop referring to them as Hausa Fulani. You separate them. The Fulani, they are the bandits. They are the people that are on the rampage today because they saw the opportunity of a jihadist, a raw jihadist, sadist in the name of Buhari in power. So he promised them everything, that once he enter power, there will be no political correctness. That they will do the complete Fulanization of everybody, and that is what they are doing. He brought terrorists, now they call bandits. Look at, they are on the rampage everywhere in the north, even coming to south. They're on the rampage. Do you understand? They are on the rampage to the extent even the Arewa group or Arewa groups say, not now with human abattoir, power should go to the southeast. I think I'm talking this, people might look at it at you know, when some people talk, they say no, Igbo man cannot be president. I laugh. I say, God give us understanding, so wisdom, this real interior wisdom, so that we know the way these people walk. They can be doing like this, before you know it, at the last they will bring an Igbo man in PDP, bring Igbo in APC. I'm telling you. And then you that say no, they cannot, what will you do? What will be your plan B? You say, these people surprise me. Language change. Okay, as they have said, they have repented. Oh yeah, let us try them now. They will bring somebody like Hope, or more worse than Hope, and bring somebody like Dave Omahi. These people that told you in their own state, so they are killing their people. Talk less of when they have the overall power. They will they will slaughter us like flies, and nothing will happen because they are bearing Igbo names. Let us be careful, please. Let us be thinking 360 degrees. I am saying it now, I've been saying it since. Let us be thinking in all ways. These people, they are highly political and trickish. Not, he said 2023, not now with human abattoir. Power should go to the east, southeast. Arewa groups. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? So that time will come, you will not start saying, let us leave this IPOB, or you call it of Biafra of 18. Sometimes, or let us stop this Biafra of 18. You know, it's politics. You see our brothers now. So let us test them. The Fulani, they have repented, so they put our brother. They want to seal your fate forever. I preached this the other day. So let us be wise. Stop calling them House of Fulani. Let me go direct to the topic of my message, please, which says collective interest. I will be brief. Collective interest, that is the topic of my submission, please. Please listen attentively, because hearing is old age. Do you understand? That is the literal meaning of what I said. I don't know if you have any other type of interpretation. As our leader will say, but not that of a bright Chimeji. God Almighty. Our leader is in the enemy dungeon, but he must be released. It's part of the process. He is suffering for you and I. The only thing you can do in order to keep everything going is to join the effort. That is it. That is why I talk about collective interest today. Is the topic of my submission. When we talk about collective interest, we talk of government. When we talk about collective interest, we talk of government. You know, the word government, as we say it, is derived from The word government derives from a Greek verb, kupanao. You know, they refer to them, you know, their languages. They can never refer to African language, never. Kupanao, that is a meaning to steer with rudder. You know, rudder. You know, a big ship that contains different kinds of cargo and passengers are directed by her rudder. That rudder at the back. That is what government, a big ship being directed by a rudder. It's just like a steering. Without the rudder of a ship, the different cargoes and passengers with their different values and interests will simply perish in the sea. It doesn't matter. You have a billionaire on the ship enjoying himself. You have a collection of Lamborghinis that cost millions of dollars on the ship, big ship. But without the rudder, all these things will perish. You understand? That is why without a government, a good government, it doesn't matter, have a talent, have this and that. That is, Nigeria is a destiny killer because it lacks government. Do you understand? So you see people, natural scientists, you see people that can do something. If you put them in a mainstream world, in a developed world, they become they use their talent to contribute to the building of the country. But in Nigeria, they simply perish. You see them riding keke napep. One day, one Fulani police will just stop him because of 50 naira. He shoot him. I will kill you and nothing will happen. And he will shoot and nothing happens. And the person will die. Later will you know that this person would have, if it is a good government, that person would have been an inventor that did something, invented something that will benefit everybody. Do you see what we are suffering? It makes me remember Ezekiel Izuog, Dr. Ezekiel Izuog, that built a car that goes neither on petrol nor electric, just like that, moving. The lifespan of the car, that car, minimum 50 years minimum. It can go up to 100 years. He has the technical know-how. But Nigeria being what it is, well, everybody knows what happened. Today the man is dead. And the car, he said, it will be affordable. Every Nigerian family will at least afford a car. That car could afford it. But what happened? They killed that vision. But they forced you to be bringing in Ford. It could have been another Henry Ford that will not only even make Nigeria, but even black Africans be getting affordable car. But lack of government, no collective interest, and the man is gone, and everybody continues in mumuing. We cannot continue. We must continue. Remember, I'm talking about collective interest. As I said, without the rudder of a ship, the different cargoes and passengers with their different values and interests will just simply perish in the sea. This is why collective interest supersedes personal or private interest. Another example is the case of Jonah in the Bible, the Jonah of the Bible. Jonah has to be thrown into the sea, one person, for the whole ship to be salvaged. That is it. Because a collective interest supersedes personal interest. But in our land, the reverse is the case. It is vice versa, where somebody's personal interest supersedes every other person's interest. That's why we are suffering. You know, the protection of public interest is the reason for the existence of government. The protection of public interest is the reason for the existence of government. From the prehistoric human being, That is the early men, known as the Homo erectus, which I still calls our people today, or some of our people, except the hardcore Ethiopians. From the prehistoric human being, that is people who early men, we call them early men, known as Homo erectus, people that existed 2 million years ago, to Neanderthal that existed 40,000 years ago, and down now to Homo sapiens. You know Homo sapiens, you know the meaning, the wise human, which is modern day human, or modern human of today. But the question is, are we really wise? That is a rhetorical question that we need to answer ourselves. Are we really wise? Because if we are, we wouldn't be in this mess. We wouldn't be controlled from outside. Let me tell you, even the Caucasians are now trying to separate themselves from us by talking about Homo sapiens sapiens, the wise humans. You know, we have the wise humans, which they call all of us. Now, they are evoluting into Homo sapiens sapiens. They are leaving us behind. Do I blame them? You don't see even Indians protesting for 1 year. Can you do that? Even in your dream, can you do that? 1 year. You will not come and start shouting and complaining. United Nations, come and help us. Did you see them or hear them talking about the international community? The government no agree. We are here for 1 year. Did you hear it? We humans are regarded as wise because of the ability to strive for a collective interest by forming governments where everybody's interest is represented for our further development. But when a government that should be there for a collective interest becomes a tool for selfish interests, the people should no more be referred to as Homo sapiens, rather back to Homo erectus, which are the early men. You know, government is also the invention of man. Do you understand? It comes, is an evolutionary trend. This government, after all, is it not Europeans that divided, that formed the African governments that is existing today? Is it not Europeans? Before we had the kingdoms, for example, the kingdom, Arochukwu, Benin kingdom, different kingdoms. Or Europeans being superior humans, they created our country, imposed it on us, and here we are defending it today. We got stuck to it, with even no hope, no single mentality of trying to ask ourselves questions: why should foreigners come and form our borders for us, or define borders for us? Something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been lamenting and crying every day since close to 10 years. And if I'm saying all these things, these are the reasons why you are considered as nothing. If you travel abroad, they look at you from Africa, you are nothing. If you want to be a billionaire, if you want to be a best footballer, you don't see all these footballers, our footballers in Europe. Sometimes they throw banana to them. Don't forget about the law of FIFA, this and that, but they know it's in the minds of them. If you fuck up in the field, they throw monkey, catch them, banana. Oh yeah. If you vex, go and develop your own. Finish. I also saw one write-up where they ascribed to George Weah that he received this golden ball, Ballon d'Or, but he's not happy because there is discrimination in Europe, this and that. He said even that time, I think in Milan, his mates, I mean co-footballers, they will be laughing, say, are you going to sell it to buy food for your people in Africa? And I say, but they are right. Why are you annoyed? I commented there myself. I said, so let us stop complaining. Simply develop your own football and stay and be playing in your own. Now, if an European player come, treat him as you want, no problem. Instead of every time you claiming right, they give you. Had it been you as George Weah, you made your money, everything in Europe. You are a talented fellow, that's it. But had it been you didn't go to Europe, you will die of poverty in Liberia. That's it. That's the pure truth. That's the pure truth. So they bring you up, give you money. Look at is it not a Dangote that wanted to buy Arsenal? They tell him, hey, orangutan, wait. You see other people from Arab country coming to buy. You want to buy? How player politics? Say, come on, wait there. Who are you? You think money is everything? Look at one primate coming to buy. He want to hear that this Chinese come and buy. They said to him. They said to them, Arab people come. They said to them, now we want to come. We want to play. We are human beings. Say, come on, go and sit down. Do you see how Africans behave? He cannot come and say, okay, come back and say, let us develop even our own football, so that people will not be running to Europe, so that children will be coming up playing and receiving big salary and becoming millionaires and billionaires in their own country. But no way, because they are selfish. No collective interest. It's the nature of black man. Wherever you want to go is already made. Where that is already made, you will go there and start complaining. Any slightest thing, you are discriminating to me because I'm an African. I say, yes, you're a primate. Go back to your equatorial forest and go back there until you develop your brain. You become enlightened to think, reason the way we behave. I will treat you equal. You know, there was one time our leader was highly upset. He said how he wish he pray that one mad president, madder than Donald Trump, will come and the whole black people deport them. Whether you have American passport, deport everybody, carry everybody, say get out from here. Because sometimes you become mad when you look at our character. What is it? Now I understand that we have not reached to that level of enlightenment that is required for development. We are still lagging behind. Whether you are a PhD holder, what I'm telling you is not about going to formal education. No. Because when you meet these people that the Kawaras late too much, when you speak with them on things, you understand that they are only masters in their field. If it's an engineer, okay, he's an engineer. He's a man, you cannot challenge him there, no problem. But when you come to other things, different levels, you know that he is zero. He's still thinking the same way, the same reasoning. You go to a village, I don't know, somebody that his or her head is blocked in the village is the same thing. No difference. The only difference is this one, okay, he have entered flight, he have schooled, he's a doctor. He failed. That is where I respect you, no problem. We must change. By fire, by force. As I said, but when a government that should be there for a collective interest becomes a tool for selfish interest, the people should no more be referred to as Homo sapiens, rather back to Homo erectus, that is the early man. I want to take you back to some oldest governments in the world. Number 7, Japan. Do you understand? Japan. Maybe you don't know, but some of the oldest governments in the world. Japan is number 1. From 660 BC till today. Number 6 is Rome, ancient Rome. 753 BC till 1453 CE, Christian era. That is modern day Italy. Let us say it's modern day Italy. That is why it's still referred to as a government still today. Ancient Greece, from 1100 BC to 600 AD, that is CE, Christian era. Okay, there is something I want to bring out there, please. China, from 2070 BC till present. China, the China you are seeing today, is an old government. They had civilization very early, formed the government. Ancient Egypt, you see, when they talk about ancient Egypt, from 350 BC till 641 BC, I mean CE, you know, it struck me that, okay, let me read it a bit. He said, ancient Egypt have the most, listen, the most well-known and thoroughly documented governments of all the civilizations. And do you know that that time Egypt was made of black people, black race, Nubians, comprised of both Nubians. It's not the present day Egypt that is a Arabophone, no. Arab conquered and pursued the blacks due to conquest. I tell you, every time I used to say it, Google Sphinx of Pharaoh, the images, you will see most of the Sphinx of Pharaoh, their nose are cut. It is done voluntary. Oh, honestly, because it is mostly, it's the nose you identify, mostly black person. The statue of Sphinx of Pharaoh, the nose cut. They always, it doesn't have nose. They'll tell you, no, it's accident. They remove the nose. Why? Why is it only the nose? Why they didn't remove the head or the hand or the finger? No, only the nose. So that to continue deceiving people. These ancient Egyptians are our ancestors, are part of it. Do you understand? You know the picture writing, picture hieroglyphic writing. That is where they started Egypt. It is our ancestors were there. They built the civilization. The pyramid you see there, you see even in Sudan of today. Do you know that they don't study too much the Western archaeologists? They neglected the pyramids in Sudan, present day Sudan. The pyramids in present day Sudan is more than that of Egypt by far, more numerous. But they neglected and put in lead the path that thing only little by little. Do you know why? They don't want anything to ascribe civilization to black people, because Sudan is still a black country. Do you understand? Okay. Number 2, I will come back to this thing I said and expatiate it. Number 2, Indus Valley, that is India, Harappan civilization, from 300 BC to 1300 BCE. Do you understand? That is the present day India. Then number 1, Sumeria, that is Mesopotamia. These are ancient governments, or the most ancient governments. Let me tell you, I want to, when I talk about this hieroglyphic writing, it made me remember Nchibidi. That is our ancient way, our real way of writing, not this European alphabets, A, B, C, D. No. Do you understand? Nsibidi is a system of symbols or proto-writing developed in what is now the far south of Nigeria. They are classified as pictograms, though there have been suggestions that some are logograms and syllabograms. Use of symbol system was the first described in 1904. Listen attentively. In 1904, described in 1904, excavation of terracotta vessels, headrests, and anthropomorphic figures from the Calabar region of southeast Nigeria. You see, Calabar region of the southeast Nigeria. But today they'll tell you are south. Dated roughly the 5th to 15th century, revealed an iconography readily comparable to Nsibidi. These are several hundreds Nsibidi. There are several hundreds Nsibidi symbols. They were once taught in a school to children. You know, when our people were being, shorthand. Do you remember when even journalists use it? Shorthand. Go to commercial school after they close it. And by what we are going to revive is too much. Because these people, they just put lead on us. I'm telling you honestly. Many of the signs deal with love affairs. Those that deal with warfare and the sacred are kept secret. Nsibidi is used on wall designs, calabashes, metals such as bronze, leaves, sword, and tattoos. It is primarily used by the Ekpe Leopard Society, also known as Mbe or Ebo, a secret society that is found across river states among the Ekoi, Efik, Igbo people, Bahumono, and other nearby peoples. Listen, this picture writing that you are seeing making wave in Egypt. Oh, Egypt, they opened it. It is our own writing. It's our own civilization. But because of the negligence, the hatred on our people, on black in general, and our people in particular, and because of the character of selling their brothers, I'm telling you honestly, the character, or you both find out that these people, they sell their brothers for money. They hate us with reckless abandon. Though we are satisfying them, killing ourselves for them, but they hated us. We sold our dignity. When you are not dignified, when you can sell your brother, that is the worst thing you can do in life. Sell your brother to a foreigner for him to be killed or to be taken into slavery. I said it during my preamble. It is the worst sin. God even hate it today. It's an abomination. That is why even I think in the scripture in Israel, slaves, servants, they call slaves. You can sell slaves are as old as a human being. But the worst is selling slaves to foreigners. You say your brother to foreigner. Before, slaves everywhere, even Europeans, they had slaves among themselves, the same race. Africans, we are having slaves. Okay, there's no too much dissing about it. Like in the Bible, even God regulated, the law of God regulated it. The law of Moses. Israelis that are taking slave, they can, because of is a pauper. Now, in order to get what to eat, he come to serve you and sell himself or herself as a slave to you. to serve you. At the 7th year, or the jubilee, the person will be released. It will be free, whether you like it or not. Every jubilee, no more slaves. Is because it is a horrible something. Now talk less of selling slaves, selling your brothers to foreigners. That is the most horrible sin. Israelis, they suffer it. The 12 sons of Jacob, they suffered for selling Jacob into slavery. It made them suffer, their generations suffer for 400 years plus as slaves also in Egypt. Can't you imagine the things we are committing, or we have committed, and we took it light, and we are looking for problems. Where is the cause of this our misfortune? And you see it. It's glaring at us. It's time for us to make amends. And you see still people doing the same thing today. When you point to somebody, say it's an IPOB member, for Nigerian military security to kill him, to take him, arrest him, is the same thing. Is that same character? People don't understand. It's the same thing. That is why we are still suffering. It's the same thing you are doing. You can fight with your brother, you can argue with him, no problem. But when a foreigner comes to take advantage, you join hand in order to ward off the foreigners. If the foreigner go, you defeat the foreigner. Now you can continue your infighting, no problem. It's allowed. China did it. Do you understand? When Japan wanted to, or was invading them at the early time, I think it was 18th century. They had the Chinese. They were fighting civil war. But when they saw foreigner Japan coming to invade them, taking advantage, they made themselves, to people that were fighting civil war, killing themselves. They made themselves, so they say, look, now if we don't join together, this foreigner will take advantage of our fight. They can side one of us to kill another. When they finish, they take all of us. The same thing we solve. So it's better we do the right thing. Do you see the civilized? These people, they are civilized right from time. They had civilization is common sense. It's not like us that you see, for I have contact with Alhaji. He will give me military to come and kill your own brother. Do you see the problem? Do you see the difference? Do you see why we preach here? For you to change and be civilized. It doesn't matter how you and your brother fought. Once a foreigner enters, now you make a truce, call it truce, temporal peace. Now you join hands together and fight the foreigner. Don't give the foreigner gap, so that you will use him. He will come and side you against your brother, and you are happy. When he side you and kill your brother, now he will turn against you and kill you, because you'll be alone. That is one mistake Afonja did. And today Kwara belongs to Fulani till today, Ilori, Kwara State. He invited the Janjaweed, the Fulani Janjaweed, to come in order to fight his own brother, for him to become king. They came happily. They said, now look at waiting with the look for Sokoto, they for Sokoto. They came, the Fulani warriors, they fight at the jihadists. They came. They said, where that your brother that know the here. Afonja pointed, is this king, he's so pompous, he this and that. I said, don't worry. They went into war. That one organized. So they went to, Afonja was with the foreigners. Now the Fulani, they defeated, killed the king, the enemy of Afonja. Afonja was happy. Hey, you take the war booty, go. Yeah, the Fulani, they turn around, they say, do you understand what you are saying? Who is this bagger, idiot? This they call him an infidel. That time they said, come on, slaughter that infidel. They tie him and slaughtered him and took over the kingship, imposed emir till today. Do you see? When you collect a foreigner, the Nigerian military, they will come and give you 1,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 1 cup of rice or 1 kilogram of rice to say, please, who are the IPOBs? Yes. It's exactly and you are happy you collect that blood money or blood rice. You are pointing to your brothers. Now these people, we know that they not allow somebody rest today. Don't worry. You start pointing to your brothers for them to be massacred, to be arrested, to be killed. You are selling your brothers. It's the same thing to foreigners. The same thing our ancestors did to our brothers in the Americas today. Exactly the same thing. There is no difference. You know, one thing is, it never stopped in our land. This sabotage never stopped. Do you understand? Okay. Before the colonial era of Nigerian history, CBD was divided into a sacred version and a public, more decorative version which could be used by women. Aspects of colonial rule, such as Western education and Christian doctrine, drastically reduced the number of CBD literate people, leaving the secret society members as some of the last literates in the symbols. Do you see our agony? Western education and Christian doctrine. You know, that is why I could understand it when some of our people point to Christianity as one of our main problems. I will not say no. Yeah. Because the Christian doctrine, they preach against that what you are doing, your own culture, your own civilization is evil. It entered the head. Oh, God Almighty, deliver us. Deliver us. Do you know do you know that in this it's just like A, B, C, D? Do you know that before, even people that studied, many people that they sent to school at the olden days, they are people in the family that not the first son, Agavu. You know one thing, there is one time our leader preached this. He said one of the problems we have as Igbos, as Biafrans, because our fathers at that time, early time, they refused to send the first son or our first sons to stay with Oyibo, white people. And that is why our culture, our society, secret society and tradition didn't go high. That is why today you will see somebody in Biafra land boasting of I'm Ogboni. Ogboni is Yoruba. Yoruba, it is not the same. They sent their own people to be educated and they carried along their society. You know, when you hear about secret society, you know, our people, we have one type of mindset. Anytime you hear secret society, you think it's bad. Today, people controlling the world, they are Illuminati. They are secret, all secret society. Illuminati, people that their minds are illuminated. I don't know. It's a secret society. When you are in a medical course, studying medicine to be a doctor, become a doctor, the terminology they are using, it is only medical doctors that can read it. It is a kind of secret society. It's a secret. Ordinary person cannot understand it. That is why when they say, oh, our language in CBD was used by secret society, because it is on the few people that we are literate on it. The same way, if a doctor writes you something, hardly you understand what he wrote. Until another member of the secret society, let me call it like that, another doctor, he will read it and tell you everything. But you are looking at it. Though you go to school, though you can read and write, but it doesn't make any sense to you. That is the thing. Do you understand? So, Western education and Christian doctrine drastically reduced the number of Nchibidi literate people. They use the Christian doctrine. They say what they admonish all these what do you call them? Catechists that time, Christian missionaries, to preach against our own culture, our own civilization. That writing in CBD, hey, don't use it, it's sin. Oh, it's sin. And they block us. Do you understand? They blocked us from it, not only physically but mentally. If you see your child trying to read in CBD, don't, it's sin. Oh, it's devilish. It's devilish. But here we are restoring our people. Our brains we are trying to restore, reset. I'm telling you honestly. This in CBD you see they are talking here. Is all the things you are seeing every time they are talking, Egyptian pharaoh, this and that. They see hieroglyphic writing in Egypt. This is destiny. But do we have scientists that can come to the limelight, to the world, and prove anything? No. Instead, they will go and study Egyptology. I'm a scientist in Egyptology. I'm a scientist in how do you call it? Babylonian old scripts. But go and make researches on your own lost language, lost civilization. No way, no way, no way. This is very sad indeed. Okay, let me continue. In CBD was and is still a means of transmitting Ekpe symbolism. In CBD was transported to Cuba and Haiti via the Atlantic slave trade, where it developed into the Anafaruna and Veve symbols. Okay, there is somewhere. Okay, there is this place I want to read. The origin of Nsibidi is attributed to Ejiaram people in northern Cross River. Nsibidi spread throughout the region and was adopted by other cultures and arts such as the Iburi and Igbo Uri and Uli graphic design. In 1909, listen here please. In 1909, J.K. McGregor, who collected Nsibidi symbols, claimed that Nsibidi was formed by the Ogakima, Ebe, or Oyanga subgroups of the Igbo people, which legend says we are taught the script by baboons. Do you see how they demonize us? Do you see it? This is where I want to read. This man, McGregor, is an English scientist. He was so biased that he was surprised that so these people, we have this type of civilization. He said no. Instead of bringing it to the world, he said no. This is a language of the baboons. But they will go to Egypt, which is also the same thing. It's our people, it's our ancestors that did that in Egypt, the hieroglyphic picture writing. But they will go there because today we are seeing white Arabs in Egypt. Now our mindset is that it's propaganda. This world is about propaganda, redirecting. Remember, I'm talking about collective interest, which talks about government. Anywhere they direct you, that is where you flow. Today, is it not English I'm using? Am I not speaking English that everybody is on? Because the English people, they hustled, they worked hard for what is happening today, for English language to be a dominant language in the world. English people died for it. They worked hard for it. It didn't come from a bed of roses. No, or on a bed of roses. No, it didn't come like that. Do you understand? all of them, both their missionaries, both their clergymen, all got involved in making sure, focusing to be for greatness tomorrow, for English language, so that I can speak today to the world in English. Do you understand? When you speak Igbo, somebody, no, speak so that everybody will understand. Yes. But you come the same world with them, and they worked hard. That is what we are doing today. This man was so biased that he, instead of saying the reality, he said, no, this must be taught to them by baboons. It's a script by baboons, in order to demonize, so that they will put lead on it. So that people, they don't want people to, even Westerners to start thinking. So Africans could have this type of civilization. Why? Sometimes I say the way these people treated us, or the way they worked hard for. I cannot say treated us, because we could have also treated them. You say we are in the same world, the free world, with everybody. That's why when you see somebody arguing with his brother in Christianity, Christ is this, Paul is that, they want to even kill themselves. And you watch, you say this type of people. These people, they are not black people. The religion they are dying for is not from origin from Africa, but all people, everybody wants to die for it. But you see brothers fighting brothers for something that come from outside, and you say, God, you understand? However, the CBD of the Jagan people predates these events, and it is believed that McGregor had been misled by his informants. In CBD was a wide vocabulary of science. Now compare it with a picture writing in Egypt, old Egypt. They always talk, civilization started from Egypt. See, compare it with it. It's the same. In CBD was a wide vocabulary of science, usually imprinted on calabashes, brass ware, textile, wood sculptures, masquerades or masquerade costumes, buildings, and on human skin. In CBD has been described as a fluid system of communication consisting of hundreds of abstract and pictographic signs. Nchibidi was described in the colonial era by P.A. Tabot as a kind of primitive secret writing. As far as Africa is, they call it primitive. Talbot explained that Nchibidi was used for messages cut or painted on split palm stems. J.K. McGregor's view was that the use of Nsibidi is that of ordinary writing. I have in my possession a copy of the record of a court case from a town in Enyom, that is Enyong, taken down on it, and every detail is most graphically described. Nsibidi crossed ethnic lines and was uniting factor among ethnic groups in the Cross River region. Sometimes you ask yourself, or I used to ask, when in 1929, when they say about women riot, which is about women protest, that galvanized our mothers from Efik, Joy, Bibi, all part of Biafra land, they gathered in Aba. How did they communicate? This is a question that people, how did they communicate if they don't speak one language? How did they understand themselves and know what they want to do? Because that time you cannot tell me they didn't speak English. Do you understand me? All these questions will make you to start thinking. When somebody, all these divisions because of states, Ebema in Imo State is no more Igbo. Ebema in River State is no more Igbo. Nakwe cheki, no. I'm telling you, nakwe cheki. We say these people treat us, but we are also stupid, foolish. the way we accept the ordinary state boundary, state, not even country boundary. And you are telling me, oh, we are wise, oh, we are more wise, we are more knowledgeable. I say, come on, shut up. Fulani that they live, they are not sedentary. They are in every African country. They see their brother, they call their brother. Do you know that the Fulani from Guinea cannot even understand the Fulani of Nigerian? I'm telling you what is factual. They will not understand themselves 100%. They might understand maybe even 10%. Do you understand me? But they embrace themselves as brothers, irrespective of the fact that they are not from the same European imposed countries, but they see themselves as brothers. But you that you call yourself the same country also, now we are speak the same language, but you say, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm not this, I'm not that. Who is wiser and who is stupid? You are the most stupid person on earth. The most, there's no two ways about it. So that when you say Fulani, they don't know anything, I laugh. I say, come on, let us stop joking, because it's a joke. When people that are able to cross the whole hurdles, they remove. If Europeans create impose countries on people, in their mentality, they are removing it from their mentality. But you accept everything, even add more. Then who is wise and who is stupid? It is for you to judge. This CBD, now they call it is for secret this and that. Do you see how they do? As I said, secret every curriculum. You can call it secret, because once you don't understand what they are doing there, only the people that are in charge, that are doing that course, knows and understands the write-up. It becomes their secret. That's it. Just like they're using botanical names, they confuse you. Ordinary thing they use botanical is their secret. They communicate in their secret language. But when you hear it here, LGBT is a secret for secret. Hey, you say secret society. Now, wow, is evil, because you yourself you are foolish. Nothing more. We should come back to our senses. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. This in CBD, they have these scientists, English scientists, they have records. Using in CBD, they have records of court case. Do you understand? Before the advent of white people in our land, we have been having record of court cases. The record of an Ikpe or judgment case, there is written Ikpe in Igbo or judgment case. The court was held under a tree. As he is translating one in CBD right up, the record they have, one of the records is translating it in English. The record of an Ikpe or judgment case. The court was held under a tree, as is the custom. The parties in the case, the chief who judged it, his staff, these are enclosed in a circle. It's a man whispering into the ear of another, just outside the circle of those concerned. Do you remember when one white man, he said that they learned democracy from Igbos? We never understand who we are. Foreigners know who we are, but we don't know who we are. That's the problem we are having. Just like a prodigal son. When you never understand who you are, you forget the fact of who you are. Now continue begging, eating pig's food, forgetting that you are in your father's house. Your father he has a palace. He lacks nothing, and you're in a far foreign country eating shit. That is exactly how I cannot us. We don't know who we are, but Britain, they knows us. That's why they want to continue. They close lead on us so that we don't understand ourselves until it becomes our character. Generations we no more even ask of who we are. But here on Radio Biafra, we are exposing everything. In CBD, we had writing, we had write-ups of court cases. The white men saw it and was marveled, and they started demonizing it. Oh, it's used for secret society. Oh, they now use missionaries to strike it off our brain so that we don't develop in our way. We abandon our civilization. Not only abandoning it, we now hate it with reckless abandon. That anything about it is evil. Do you see where they got us down? Do you see? But today, I think we can understand. Before, this thing was being taught in commercial schools as a shorthand. But now, after everybody looked down on it, today no more. Where are the intellectuals who can go and start making researches about this? Where are they? What do you hear them intellectuals talking about? You know, they can give you the history of Norway from beginning to end, but with their own history, no way. It's a disease. I'm telling you. Our civilization has been covered with the so-called Egyptian civilization, which should be the same. We are being imposed on a government that represents other people's interests instead of our own collective interests. We can never achieve anything through our individualism or selfishness. Our collective interest overrides our selfish interest. We could only achieve this goal of our collective interest through getting our own nation, Biafra, and our own government, because Nigeria is anti-us. Do you see what I write? And Nigeria is anti-us. Go and anti-us. Read the meaning. Anti-us is anti-us. Our collective interest should be number one. It should supersede every other personal interest we have. You know what makes us real wise human beings, you know, is because if we can be able to organize ourselves into government to fight for collective interest, that is it. Not one person, you know, one person's interest superseding others. Do you see the problem? And we cannot get this in Nigeria. Never. You cannot get this in Nigeria. Where, you know, some people go left, others go right. It is impossible. Some people are protesting against SARS that is killing. Other people are rallying in favor of SARS. Nigeria is just a confusion. It's just confusion. That is Nigeria. It's anti-us. That is why we are doing everything in order to run away from this rubbish. Do you understand? That is the reason. Do you understand me? We are doing everything in order to run away from it. You know, there is one other news I want to read before I open the line. It says, religion not allowing Nigerians think rationally, by Wole Soyinka. How will religion allow people to think rationally in a primitive place like Nigeria? How? Just tell me. Soyinka made the remarks on, I want to just cut it, remarks on Saturday during an interaction with a professor of African literature, Louisa Ebunike. He said, religion has become the number one problem of Nigerians. Soyinka added that any religion that becomes an excuse for the adherents to flout Nigerians' laws should be tackled head on. You know, these people, only what they know is talking. They cannot mobilize and do something. He said, if for instance, a legislator, later a governor, can claim the right to be a pedophile and indulge in cross-border child trafficking, celebrating child marriage, that then consummating that event, which is against the law of a nation, and he says he has a right to do it because his religion permits it, then both he and the religion should just be shown the way to the law courts and treated like other phenomena of society. How can you do that when you allow? Tell me a country that goes on Sharia law and secular law. Show me another country in this world that, if not only Nigeria. That's why Nigeria is not a country; it's just a company. Sharia law allows them to commit pedophile or pedophilia. But it's against the Nigerian law. Now, how can you reconcile? You know, these people that call themselves intellectuals, they don't go to the roots. They will just make statement. You know, hand will knock. It's an intellectual. But go to the root cause of the problem. They will not, because they are evil. They are hypocrites. How can you have Sharia going hand in hand with a secular law, common law? Secular law. Is it possible? Sharia, where the Hizbah police arrest a national police? How do you reconcile that? Why won't they behave and tell you that as far as their religion permits it, now it is okay? Why? Why are you complaining? But you are going in the same with Sharia. So let them call it a spade a spade. Can you go and arrest the person? There will be riots because they are operating on Sharia law. The best thing is to do what? To separate so that people will be free from Nigeria. Nigeria is a company. I'm telling you. Nigeria is a British company. That's why in a Seneca that was running, the CEO of a Niger company, a successor of Royal Niger company, was made president or acting president as of that time, because Britain know that, as far as this one can still run, he's still running the company. It's the company. Nigeria is our company, so let him run it. People don't understand what is inside. Nigeria is anti-us. All this, you know, from time to time they will bring out the symptom, one of the symptoms of a disease. Instead of diagnosing that disease and naming it and curing it, they will just go and bring out one of the symptoms and say, look at corruption is killing. No, they are not the problem. The problem is the disease. You should define it, and now you prescribe a remedy. That is what you are doing here. When you say religion is not people, that how can Sharia go side by side with secularity? It's impossible. It's practically impossible. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world, only in Nigeria. Do you understand what we are saying? Do you understand? So Professor Soyinka should stop being hypocritical and call a spade a spade. What we are saying is this, or what I'm saying is this: our ability to organize and lower down our selfish interests in order for our collective interest to supersede or to take precedence is what will make us, real Homo sapiens. I don't know whether people understand what I mean. After the war, one of the weapons the caliphate used on us Biafrans after the war is they push us into more selfish interests. Everybody go and look for money. That is why look at most of our musicians, Igbo musicians, all the focus is money. Money becomes a standard. I don't know whether people understand. I don't know how to explain this. Money becomes now a standard. Now everybody continue pursue money the way you want or the way you can. That is increasing the tempo of our selfishness instead of lowering it so that we have collective interest. It's a weapon. The caliphate uses smartly. It's a very big weapon. Now you go and hustle anything you can do, including lowering your boxer for Alhaji to climb you so that you make money. You make fame. Now you come out, start spraying money, buy the latest car. Others will be following. You become a role model. That is what. So it doesn't matter what you do. Bring that to a party. It increases the tempo of selfishness in us. It's a weapon they use. Think what I'm saying. It's a very the highest weapon. Governments, they try to curb selfish interests with laws, because under normal circumstances every human being on earth is selfish by nature. Humans are selfish by nature. But with laws and civilization, enlightenment, you can laws make you lower your selfish interests. Do you understand? For collective interests. Do you understand? Just like, you are driving, you are in a hurry. You are going to a rendezvous. You are late. You are driving on the road. And you saw a car crash on the road where the person, you don't know, maybe the person there is helpless, you don't know. You can easily pass, because in order to pursue your selfish interest, because maybe if you miss that appointment, you miss some money also. But life is bigger than money. But the law says you should stop. In order to, if it is to render help, you render, or you call the authorities, ambulance, or anything, or the police, the cops. That is the law. And in order to enforce that law, there are radars, cameras mounted on the roads where you are going, so that your selfish interest, you want to go on a rendezvous. You are running, you are in a hurry. I'm late. But you saw the car crash. You saw one car helpless by the roadside or inside the side track or the bush. Now, under normal circumstance, you are in a hurry. Somebody is waiting for you, and you are discussing business that will give you money. But look at, to save life, you must be forced. It's not appealing to your conscience, because the law said if you pass it now, you'll be arrested. And how is the law going to see you? There are cameras, so they will see that, this person had an accident. Within 1 minute or 40 seconds, you pass. Your car passed. They saw the number of your car. You pass. They saw the camera see your car. So when you remember that, there are cameras that enforces this law, there are eyes watching me, you have to stop. You didn't stop because you want to. It is the law. That is a kind of organization. The law forces you to do the right thing. Do you understand? That is what I want to project. Do you see it? Now you go, you see the person in a difficult, maybe it's even in a coma, you call ambulance, they come, the life is saved. When you go, you start explaining, the person has gone, you say, you missed some money. You become annoyed, but after you say, anyway, I save life. The law push you, force you to do that. Had it been no camera, you would have said, I beg God, forgive me, but I have to go. You serve your selfish interest first. Do you see where I say what I'm saying? Our collective interest. The caliphate after the war 1970, Britain advised them. This one is advice from Britain. Destroy them, increase their selfish interests. Do you understand? So let it be that everybody go, everybody make money. Now money become a standard till today. You see our musicians, only what they don't talk about the ills in our land. They don't challenge the status quo, the governments that are virtually doing nothing. They don't sing it in their music. All they sing is about this and that. That is what the disease they pump into us. Here we cure that disease. They increase the tempo of our personal interest, our selfishness. So that now, if I talk, you say, now you they give me food. Why will you control me? You pay my house rent. This is what they want. The caliphate wants. They put it in us. They increase that in us. All these things, we are opening our eyes so that we try to remove all these things, through enlightenment from this Radio Biafra. So that we become organizable. Once we are organized, we have our collective interest at heart. It supersedes our selfish interests, and we could move forward. Do you understand? We could now move forward and do something. That is the nightmare of the caliphate. Us being together. That is why they come with money. Let me, before I open my lines, there is something I want to read, please. It's part of it. Increasing our selfishness. The caliphate know how to do it. They make us start singing about money. They make us now, with our people, we no more have brain as a standard, or what is upstairs on a person as a standard, as it was before. Instead, what is in your pocket is now the standard. Even if you want to be a foolish idiot, as far as you have something in pocket, you can declare. Everybody will follow you. Anything you are saying is the truth, is reality. Now money becomes a standard because our selfish interests, we are pumped. When you bloat something, pumping, they pump it. Let me read this before I open my lines. Attention, attention. IPOB Intelligence Unit hereby alerts Biafrans and friends of Biafra to be aware of these names mentioned below. These are saboteurs and are dangerous to the existence of IPOB family members and supporters of Biafra in Ibiasoegbe, a town in Oru West local government area of Imo State, and also a border town with Anambra. It is made up of these villages. Number 1, Umorie, Eziama, Amadaba, Omo Onisha, Obahaibi, Omochukwu. The people mentioned below are making money contributions, are supporting fund for the Supreme Court Governor Hope Uzodimma to import Nigeria terrorists or terrorist army into Ibiasewe community to kill all IPOB family members and chase IPOB sympathizers away from the community. Therefore, we call the attention of Biafrans to watch out for these people mentioned below and let them know that if any IPOB family member or supporter of the Biafran struggle is killed in that community, we should hold these people and their families responsible from today, 12th of 2021. That is 12th of December. That is today, 2021. Okay, Ibiasebo donors. These are people, they contribute money to give to the Sarkin Fulani of Imo State, for him to bring a military to kill our people. As simple as that. These are the names. Let me read them. There are 22 here, and more will be coming. Number 1, Emeka Agugesi. He donated 200,000 naira. Nze, please, somebody calling me. Stop calling me, please. Nze Tioda Nzekwe, 100,000. Nze Aloysius Igwe, 100,000. Chief Don Okolie, 100,000. Chief Dolameje Okoro, 20,000. Arinze Okeke, 100,000. Arinze Okwesere Mbamere, 50,000. Chimex Ehirinne, 100,000. Chikelo Ava Odimega, 100,000. Oliver Okoro Aboma, 50,000. Boniface Ajebo, 100,000. Amadi Ebube Mbama, 100,000. Chike Pio Kafo, 100,000. Clement Ezani Junior, 100,000. Ngozi Obiamaka, 100,000. Victor Ezerioha Ni Uzouku, Uzouku, yes, 100,000. Kingsley Kelechi Nwosu, 100,000. Stanley Aguzie, 50,000. Lagos Branch, 50,000. Edi Chukwu, 30,000. Nwadiema Omeike, Nwadiema Omoike Ni Ozouku, 75,000. Augustine Mado, 20,000. We shall release the list of other donors of other towns that are supporting Hope Uzodinma financially to kill Imo youths and chase them out of Imo State. That is what we are saying. The same thing, those that sold our people into slavery, our own brothers, they are doing the same thing. Is it not what I'm saying? Is it not what I said before? They bring foreigners to kill their own. Do you see it? We should take our collective interest first. That is what the Fulani, the caliphate, their collective interest is what matters to them. That is why they are in control of everybody. It doesn't matter who, how few they are, but they are controlling everybody. And another news now is Buhari suspends his visit to Ebonyi State as IPOB threatens sit at home. Therefore, he cries out and calls IPOB inconsequential. That is rubbish. He should not come. The impostor, because Buhari is dead. They are using Buhari's shadow in order to commit atrocities. That's why the so-called bandits, they are on the rampage, because that is the contract the dead Buhari gave to them before he died. So there is no person can quench it. Do you understand? Remember, I talked about collective interest, but we must go back to our collective interest, collectivity. That is what IPOB is for. That is why we call once IPOB, it is one family. Your personal interest, here we don't recognize you as chief doctor, this and that. That is rubbish. Mazi, very simple. We train ourselves to be simple, simplicity. Do you understand? It's not Igbo group where you go only to call people, welcome people, because you have to call everybody. Otherwise, any person you miss is a problem. That is selfishness. It's part of the selfishness. Now, do you know who I am? Who are you? You are just a food for the maggots. Go to the mortuary and now you see people that are even more handsome, more ugly, more tall, more short, more big, more little than you, more rich, more poor than you. You will see all type. So stop asking this foolish question. You are nothing. You understand? This is where I'm going to stop, and I will go on few minutes break so that when I come back I will open my line. People we are calling, I don't know why people should be calling, doing the same mistake. I will be right back. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu. Today is the 12th day of December in the year of our Lord 2021. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us now and give us your view, but remember the topic of my submission that says collective interest. We talk about government, because when you talk about collective interest, you must talk about government. And government is about organization. If we are not able to organize ourselves, get what we want, I'm telling you, we should not refer ourselves as Homo sapiens. I have a first caller on direct line, but I don't know. Maybe you call back, please. My signal is on the signal line. Okay, let me take this first call on direct line. Call on signal, please. Hold on. No. Why is calls on direct line going through this? Once I pick the direct line, it goes down. And please don't call me with private number, unknown number. No, unknown number, I will not pick you. Call me with a known number, not unknown number, please. Let me go straight to caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal, can you hear me? You are the first caller. Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi, I'm so grateful today that I've been the first caller in the program of today's night. Mazi, I say, may people bless you for educating our people and opening the eyes of our people also. I will never forget also to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who has given us this platform that will keep on doing the needful, keep on preaching this gospel, that everybody will hear and also be the doer of what we are hearing in this Radio Biafra University. And I say to God, Karima, please bless him, guide him, protect him from every hands of the evil ones and from all evil doers. This is my prayer this night. Mazi, this is your brother Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I am the IPOB Austria National PRO by the special grace of Chukwukabiama. Mazi, all that you said this night concerning the incivility is, I was so much touched tonight, because I can remember those days when we were small. My senior sister, there was those days that we were learning what is called shorthand. And when they were learning that shorthand in I think that was in secondary school, it comes to a stage that shorthand that we are learning, it completely stopped. And nobody said anything about it. Nobody complained anything about it. That shorthand just go like that, as if a wind just blow, and nobody talk about writing shorthand in school. The same thing happened to Igbo language. Yeah, I can remember when my sister was studying Igbo language in school, people were laughing at her, asking her what she doing with Igbo language. Other people are studying what is necessary, and she's studying Igbo language. Where is she going with Igbo language? Even up to university, she graduated. Do you know, from today, she don't even have a job. My brother, what these people have done to us is what we don't know where to start. Thank God of this Radio Biafra that today we have beginning to open the eyes of our people and try to refresh the minds and the brains of our people, for them to understood that our people have really derailed in a lot of things that kept us where we are today. Mazi Jonathan, Chukwukabiama will bless you, my beloved brother, for making our time to go to research, to bring our people back, because many of us today have even see Igbo language as something that we are not going to, even some modern, not even in this Western world, at home, they deny their children not to speak Igbo language. When you ask them, they will tell you, where are they going with Igbo language? But they can be proud enough to speak the language that were brought to them by a foreigner. A language that was told them that they must speak. When you come to that country called the Republic of Nigeria today, Mazi Jonathan, you can bet me that most of the indigenous people have lost their language because they want to speak English. And when you speak English and make a mistake, some of them will be laughing at you and say, hey, you don't know how to speak English. a foreign language, you abandon your own.
Mazi, do you know they set these things, speaking English as a standard of being educated in our own mentality. Oh no, that is why people go to cram dictionary. In Nigeria, people cram dictionary. The simple thing they go to court. They will start talking rubbish. People don't even understand, but they applaud. Oh, these people are educated. But in the English kingdom, the United Kingdom, they break down things so that people will understand. That is why, like our leader said, if Biafra comes, nations in Biafra, like Igbo, Ijo, Efik, we make laws in their own native languages so that everybody will understand it.
Yes.
Oh God. Go on, my brother, and please.
Let me just use here that I'm residing here in Austria where I reside. Mazi, do you know that the Austrian people make their language to be the number one? It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you're a foreigner, immediately you step your foot here in Austria, you must learn how to speak Dutch. You must learn how to speak German language. If you cannot speak the German language, they will make life so difficult for you. You have no other choice than to run away or to learn. They put it that you must study it, pass it, before you can even get their visa. Those that are even staying here, before you can renew your visa, they make their language as number one, that you must study the language and pass it. Going to exam, you do the exam and you pass it. If you don't pass it, you cannot even get their visa. They can't even renew your visa. You see how people value their own language. But somebody came to us in Africa and gave us a language and asked us to drop our own, and some people are ready to kill for the sake of that stupid thing.
Mazi, do you know that it's only in black race that you have brothers dividing themselves as Anglophone, Francophone, what do you call it, Lusophone? That is Portuguese and Spanish colony. Do you know that it is only in Africa? Only in Africa. A Yoruba man in Nigeria becomes Anglophone. Do you know I'm English speaking? I'm English man. His Yoruba brother in Benin Republic becomes Francophone. I speak French. In Asia was colonized also. Parts of Asia were colonized by English and French. In Arab lands, Middle East, parts of it, they were colonized by French and English. Iraq, Iran, all these places were colonized by England. Syria, even what do you call it, where Hezbollah is, Lebanon was colonized by France. But North Africa, they were colonized by France. You never hear them say they are Francophone or they are Anglophone. They say they are Arabs. Simple, and they are proud of it. They speak their language. It's only in Africa that you see your brother say, no, you put that wage. Our black race are the perfect, perfect slave. The perfect slave. You see somebody, he will come and speak Queen's English to show you that he's intellectual. Mazi,
do you know the funniest one? The funniest one is that somebody came from Europe, changed your language, gave you his own language, gave you even his own money, and asked you to abandon the one that we are using. Today, all the countries that France colonized in Africa, they are using French. They are using what is called they're using this what's they call this
France CFA, yes.
They are using CFA. They abandon their own language, and the more they are doing this thing, the more
Mazi,
Africa is going
Mazi,
down
thank you
and
very
down
much.
and
Please,
down.
I have many other
My
callers.
brother, in summarization, I just want to let our people to know this Radio Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has, when he said that Biafra is going to be a light to Africa. Now, I'm 100% believing in it, because without Biafra, Africa is doomed and doomed forever.
Thank you.
And I'm asking for the people, please let them release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our patient is running off. If they fail
must be released, we are not begging them. We don't beg them.
No, you know, sometimes when you talk to them, they don't understand. But when we start now,
thank you.
When we start now, they will say,
thank you, Mazi. I have other callers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi, for picking my call. Thank you, my blood brother.
We are talking about answering Francophone and Anglophone. What of in Nigeria? They divide brothers into states. This one is a river state. This one is in Delta. This one is Imo. Now they become different people altogether. Our own, you know, the problem in Africa, black race is the cell, the center is miniaturized in our land, in Igbo land, in Biafra land. Once we say, you know, it's just like I now quoted the impostor. The dots in a circle. You know, dot is the nucleus of a circle. The dots. From there, once things start getting right from that dot, you see it will start expanding to everywhere. Because whatever that is wrong in black race, you know, is wrong in our own land. Look at states, in rivers, in Imo. Now they become this one. Say I'm not Igbo. Don't you? And we are talking even about, we are going far, Francophone and Anglophone. Just imagine somebody from Ikwere that speaks Igbo. I interact with some in Ikwere in Igbo language. Do you have any other language? You say no. Then why are you talking about you are not Igbo? No, because we are rivers. Is there something terrible, terribly wrong? And that African problem, we started from our land, because that is the nucleus, you know, the dots. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, let me try to pick this caller on direct line. I couldn't. If I pick, the calls drop. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. I don't know whether you are speaking to me.
Yes, you are. You are caller. Are you not calling on WhatsApp?
Yeah. Maybe there is another problem. I'm Victor. I'm Victor as a calling from my location. Let me say Naba. Mazi Jonathan, is about what you just say about the Ejagam land in Cross River State. I am from Ejagam. Let me just put it that way.
You see? Go on. What is happening? Mazi,
you see about this in CBD you speak about.
Go on, yes.
You see about this CBD you are talking about. If you come to my land in, let me say, I was born in a Tung local government of Cross River State. That is where I was, in a Tome. Let me call that my village, a Tome village in Cross River State. We have this we call Ekpe. So, you know, we don't associate. Nowadays we go to church. It is old men that go to that shrine. All those things was inscripted there, like those things you can't see.
Our tradition, our way of life, they demonize everything. They cut us off from who we are.
When I listened to this, I began to cry, because I've been a foolish man since I was born up till now. The Radio Biafra is educating me. You know that all those things, we don't go close to them, because that Ekpe is winch, the court is winch, so we don't go there. Even though that inscription is demonic to us, we don't go. My mother younger immediate brother is a chief, and is a chief of Ekpe. And did you know that those inscriptions, we don't go close to them. They don't teach us what it means. We cannot tell.
And
you know, in
language, and die with it. Do you see what they have done to us? They go to the nuclear, you know, they solve the umbilical cord and try to.
Oh my God!
No, we are stupid. I'm telling you before God.
Akankpa, Speaker Jagam. When you cross the border from Ajaso to Cameroon, a Umojok, right from Umojok to Manfe, then Speaker Jagam, inside Manfe in Aja, then speak Jagam, and all these people have the same culture, most especially in Cross River State, this of a thing. And let me tell one thing. One day, one of their musical instruments they use this ekwe. You call ekwe, the bigger one they carve as drum. Those inscription was there. Those CBD. Then I was beating that in one man that day. Papa, this thing that you are writing like half three, writing there. What does it mean? The man laugh, and he said, "I want this one. Means Amba love air." What does this mean? How can Amba, a language of one symbol, represent
Mazi, if you
sentence?
can let me
This one you say love. Love is
go.
Oh, Mazi. We don't want to learn it those days because we believe that those things are wins. The man was laughing at me and was laughing at the man foolishly. I never knew I'm the one that is foolish. So the man tried to educate me about this thing, but since we don't associate, we ran away. And today, as I'm telling you now, the immediate younger brother to my mother is a chief in a village called Ekugatai, and he's a chief of Ekpede. And I don't go close to him because we believe that those things are witches and wizards. So this thing this our religion, I want to say whether Christianity more, this thing they have taught us have made us to even hate our own culture to an extent that we don't know about our culture again. I was born there. Please allow me to educate my people in Nigerian language. I don't know for those that will be listening. I want in so me mbakpi ejumji nka no nka kpike tere jame etome ofu etome we mone bendege we mone fraya we mona jaso we mona bia kwano duago abonyi na me remona mrama mengune ejum eka menye ejum be mara nseane ave na nyenabo because aima mbe eji kavo eji kpi ejum nji ekamenge so rakpi ure jim ji fasode ki tinjam no ngabo ni kauna bo eji jat etmabo na nibo efone jum di fanda norano njabinga no Biafra because eki mure menge jum nji ekamenge dai chongun ti mwen you ne akpiun ejum ajinja bingambe jeneri afọ akpiun je okimenwu ejum so that at the end won no kitu okpuguna abonam saman obo wa mam no menna memon no ne menpe menduago memone tome nyo meneboki so tumuna abona ne anema for me na Igbo eime efone ejum di fanje norano sama abonyen saman so Mazi Jonathan, thank you very much. You know those they tell us that Igbo, Mazi Jonathan, even up to today, Igbo are still our problem there. Our father told us, our mothers, they told us that during the time of war, Igbo people came to kill us to take our land. And we grew up to hate these people. I will not lie to you, Mazi Jonathan. We grew up. If you come to today, people still believe that Igbo are their problem. Because during the war they came to kill us to take our land. If you talk about Biafra, they want to even kill you. They tell you that Igbo people will come to take their land. What do they have? Nothing. We only produce cocoa, and the cocoa self nowadays we don't even have cocoa like as before. So this notion is still in. Tell you the atrocity, that is the way them destroy our brain to hate Igbo man up to today. That will not permit me. I will have tell you something that even up to today they still have it that in their mind. In our mind we still have it. It's because I travel out of that side. I have toured all part of Cameroon, even some part of Nigeria. I come to discover that this thing our parents used to tell us is a big lie. And when I go back to them there to tell them some things, some of them will not believe because it's imbued is imbued in us. So, and you know, these those hours, we don't have radio, Biafra, and even I just called my father, was telling him, he said, hey, if we talk about Biafra, those youth that will even kill you. Me, I shouldn't talk to that. I shouldn't come there and tell them about that, you know, they will kill me. Ha.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
People, man.
So, beauty in there.
So, man,
are you still there? You are reconnecting. You know,
with flags, Biafran flags, and start massacring people. And during the early time of the war, the Cross-Riverian was fighting together with the Igbos. But when people came with flags and start mounting and killing, now say, hey, it is Igbo people, they come to kill us and take our land. They now
let me tell you, Nigeria plays smart. You know, war is not only about shooting and
things happen.
War. You have intelligence in warfare. The Nigerian military, they dress with Biafra insignia to come. They came and start killing our people over there to give the impression that, oh, these are Biafrans. It's part of the warfare. It's always like that. But the issue is that our people should understand. They should be intelligent.
Things happen. My grandmother told me her own account how things happen, and I got dies. My mother told me, my grandmother told me, and my father also told me, and I come to discover that Igbos really suffer. If they tell you people what the Igbo suffered during the war, it has not been written. That those secrets has not come out. They suffered deathly. They were killed even by their own brothers that's supposed to protect them. So things happen. If only Igbo man know what he passed through, the whole Igbo man dies. Biafra will come today, tomorrow. But because of these things that they pass through, no history, they don't allow them to tell their own story, all these things, that's why they are still suffering and walking about. So, Mazi Jonathan, please, what you're teaching is penetrating. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Remain blessed. And you too. Thank you. Remain blessed. We must continue. Let me try to pick this caller. No. If I pick a call on direct line, it will just go. I'm telling you. Let me take a call. Mazi, Carlo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much, Mazi. Yes, I'm so much happy to hear what this our brother says from the Ejaga Kingdom. My name remains Mazi Carlo Agubranwa, and I'm from Kanu in Biafra land, Umuahia province. And I'm here calling from Kuala Lumpur, representing and serving the indigenous people of Biafra as the IPOB National Secretary. Mazi, what we are suffering today is something that the British themselves, they discovered earlier. They know that this area, this place that this CBD came from is like part of the origin of our civilization. That is the reason why they deployed whom they call Maurice Lezo, where they say that the woman came and stopped killing of twins. That is a pure lie, because if you go to archives, you see that the British administration was there in our land, and there was no any British legislation that points out that this government has stopped or have made a legislation to stop the killing of twins, which is a lie. So how can one woman just came and they say that, oh, people of this kingdom, stop killing twins, and they immediately stop? It is a pure lie. They destroyed our origin. They destroyed our who we are and imposed their own. Some people say that
they turned us into a fulefus. Really fulefus.
Exactly. When you are speaking about this, and people will tell you that they brought Christianity, they teach us, they build schools. We don't know that the schools that they built was to install their own mentality and take away our originality. If you remember, during this period that these British people were colonizing us in Africa, in America, the slaves, if you are seen reading a book, you will be killed. So people that are killing slaves in America or in Europe for reading books, how is it that you believe that they come to Africa to establish schools for black?
They come to stop Africans. They take us animals to stop them from killing slaves.
Exactly.
Whereas they themselves that are killing twins. They themselves that are slaughtering, massacring slaves, taking slaves like ordinary objects. They don't stop them.
Exactly. These people, they really dealt with us. And today, when you see this woman, Carolina Leon, the British High Commissioner, running around everywhere in Nigeria, she's like the president of Nigeria today. She's going from place to place, convincing people, trying to stop people from reasoning, from getting back to normal, to reject the colonialism and the enslavement that we are passing through today. My brother, what we are facing today, our people, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. When they tell you that they were killing two, it is a lie. Because what was happening that time, during that period, there was no hospitals, there was no medication like sophisticated, because you can have twins because of medical conditions. Some twins will be conjoined together. So because there is no way they can separate these children, our people may think that it is because of people have committed crime against our land, against the ancestors. That is the reason why we are having deformed children. No, that is what they now call that we are killing twins. Whereas if you look at the name that we give good names to twins, that if we are killing twins, why will we name them Ejima? So all these things we need to wake up.
We are killing twins. We wouldn't have that word even Ejima, because it will be a taboo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ejima is not a bad word. So if we are killing twins, why will we give Ejima a name that have good meaning in our own dialect? So the thing continued, the enslavement continued. Thank you so much, Mazi, Jonathan.
Mazi, thank you. Remain blessed. We must continue. Here we demask all their lies which they have been putting in our head. Mongo Park discovered the River Niger. Discovered it for who? And they force us to learn it in school. It's the same thing. When they come, they start treating, their missionaries. Hey, Mary Celeste, they teach you. Your way of civilization is evil. Now they demonize it because there is no other way to do it than to make you, condemn it in your spirit. That look, when you go to your own civilization, your tradition, you are committing sin against God. It's a psychological warfare they use on us. I'm telling you honestly. Let me go to this caller. I think he hook. Caller on direct line, you are lucky. The first caller, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, go on. You are very lucky. I don't know. Others have been dropping. Go on, please.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Mazi. I'm calling from Onisha.
Please call on. What's up? Hold on. I forgot, but hold on. I'll come to you. Go on, Mazi. Go on. Call on direct line. Go on.
Please, I want to join the IPAB. I don't know how to get them in this side. Is there any how I can get there to join them in this part? I don't want to call the local government and in.
What you are going to do, you inbox me. Okay.
Okay.
There. You know, there, well, thank you. Caller on direct line again. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. No. Caller on WhatsApp, please. The platform is yours. Welcome to the program and thanks for holding on for almost 8 minutes. Go on, please.
I will hold on to the end. Hold on to the end because this is where I belong.
There, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu. Good morning from Dubai here. Good morning. Great Biafrans from my location here. I remain Mazi Mile Malugo. Mazi Jonathan, I must thank you very much for opening the eyes of our people to take us from our origin, that white men came to our land to destroy our origin because of their selfish interests. We are civilized people before white men came, because they know that we are wise people. That is why they try everything possible to destroy our origin, and they impose language and their own religion to us. And they use their useless religion to destroy the brain of our people today. Our people is not thinking normal again. They use their Western education to destroy our identity and our origin. But thank Chinedu today for creating.
Mazi, are you still there? Goodness me, whether is it from where I don't understand. Let me see. Mazi, you can call back. I don't know. Caller, no. What is happening? What is happening? You know, like what our brother just said, that they destroy us with their Western education. I know that it will ricochet in the minds of some people. You know, let me explain something. Mazi, call on WhatsApp. Thank you. You're back. Just hold on. Like what you said about destroying us with their Western education. You know, some people will shout and say, no, they brought this and that. They brought good. Yes. You know, in every culture, no culture is perfect. I say none. All is the same thing. That is why they say a traveler, an illiterate traveler, is more wise or intelligent than a stagnant intellectual. Because you see other cultures now, it makes you jettison some things in your culture you don't even know that it is bad character. So when you come to formal education, European education, there are things that are good, and they use it in order to demonize our culture. We shouldn't have accepted that aspect, just like the Japanese. I used to give example with Japan. Japanese, they retained their religion, their culture, because it is their culture, it is their religion. You understand? But they collected Western technology. That's it. If there are other little things, minor things that is not good in their culture, they jettison it. In Japan today, more than 90% of married or marrying couples, they do white wedding. It's a European culture, but Japanese, they are not Christians. So they don't do it because they are Christians. They do it because they love it. It's glamorous. Do you understand? So that is one thing. Whenever we say, like some people, like what my brother said about Western education destroy, some people will shout. But the way he said it, Western education is good. We learn things from there. But do you know that when we talk about Western education, some people will be talking about only English. Do you know that Arab people, they learn science in Arabic? You see an Arab intellectual, he doesn't even speak single English. He don't know come in English, neither in French, no European language but Arab. Boy, he's an intellectual that makes things happen. I'm telling you honestly. Same to Chinese, same to other countries in the Asia. Only in Africa, in our land, that we standardize, we look onto intelligence as speaking English. That is arrant nonsense. Do you understand? Mazi, please go on and round up. You are
thank you, my dear brother. I was saying before network cut me off but you have finished it all because as I said, I want to use Japan and China and all these countries as example to them. This Japan and the other countries, they hold their tradition and their language in a high esteem as number one priority to all of them. Are they not doing marvelous well more than Africa? In short, in 100 years to come, all Africa continent is not going to be like a Japan. Japan passport is the number one passport in the world. Japan passport is number one. Are they speaking English? They are speaking their language and they face their tradition. The problem of black people is a copyright because black Africa love foreign things more than their own. Just like today, if Abba manufacture a good shoe that is more quality than Italian shoe, but immediately you write it about shoe, nobody will buy it from you. They will look for that foreign one. No wonder that one of my friends said that white man know the reason why they make Jesus to be a white man. If they made Jesus to be a black man, nobody will go to church today. Everybody will disappear from church because our people like foreign things, and that is why we are in abject poverty and in the mess that we are today. Until we do what? We hold our own thing in highest esteem, and that is what Biafra represented. And when Biafra come, our language will be first thing that all our children will be studying in school. Our language will be the first thing. So my brother, thank you for open the eyes of our people more. May Chukwuka give you more wisdom, my brother. Keep the candle burning, Mazi Jonathan. We love you people and we stand with you. Thank you much, Chineke.
Remain blessed. We must continue. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Kechukwezikoha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There wo. Ina nokwa radio FM on ekukwe on adakoda. Okay, badate ozi telephone. Ozi dote telephone. Okay, badata there wo. Korage.
All the representatives we have here, all the bishops, all the religious leaders, I think people they hear that my brother went on now. If they say they do Jesus to black man, we don't go worship him now. Don't be so. But I can protect them from me. Let them bring me the church. Bishop me the generation. I want to get the when they get I can release when I tell them Nnamdi Kanu. Get that time they will to the of them. Fulani got here to go Canada again. Tell them Jonathan, I was forever. Tell them think it doesn't make a little bit. Tell them that was that I'm saying, oh, go Canada and I can little bit thing. Tell them think it doesn't make Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, from verse 1 to end. Then the Queen John chapter 20. From verse 1 to end. maka dede bitagela n'ọnwụ seneti kete gọba ọwa tayo mago gede dede Pretend tukwa kabe masinje say pretend you see Jeremiah chapter 6 from verse 1 to end and Jeremiah chapter 51 from verse 1 to end pretend you see Yakrenia now waiting to the corner better for Nigeria here that I can say we go here ona go blow because after that we not going to see what happens that is the world. Until I for those have plus of Biafra land. Fulani all the Arab, all of us, prepare. We are preparing in a tower. And it's time on the body of our Messiah, our Lord Jesus Christ, people are one. People can not to go to them. On our own, then they have to qualify the Fulani, our own, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Okay, Fulani, 2050 is the time I know the Patadi, at that point the message of the great, all the government of Biafra, all the government of the poor, what a problem to know. Never like that. You want to, after that, anyone, all your plan, none of your forgot. And the capital, 25th to a cat, 1 year the different another
almost here Biafra. There were a fund row. Call on what's up, just hold on 1 minute. You know, there's something that when I saw it, I also marvel. Our so-called our intellectuals, archaeologists should investigate. One of the ancient artifacts that was brought or restored by the British to the Benin, you know, that was stolen from Benin Kingdom, ancient Benin Kingdom, that was restored. I saw it. It was a chicken. You know, the statues of chicken, statue of chicken. It's an artifact, ancient artifact, bronze work. The name is Okoko, but it was in Benin Kingdom. So when I saw it, Okoko. The only thing that Okoko, they put O-R at the end, Okoko. How is it that it's Igbo artifact, the Igbo name in Benin Empire, ancient Benin Empire? It started giving me food for thought. You know, that land, that place, it belongs to the Igodo. They are the real owners of the land. So our people should investigate this. Okoko. That is the name of one of the artifacts. Okoko. It's an Igbo name. It's chicken, and it's chicken there. So, you know, we must continue. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Thanks for holding on. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, or are you down? I don't know. What is happening? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? No. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Please stop listening to your radio.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Welcome to the program.
Follow privilege, not in the space.
May Elohim bless you. Your topic this night is very, very awesome. Mazi, these people, they destroyed us in a way that we can not recognize ourselves. And thank God who brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's because of this thing, because Britain knows about us. Like what you are saying, Mazi, I am beginning to question the name Jesus. Mazi, in that cross, they say they crucified Jesus. In that cross, on top of that cross, there is something that I read there. R-I-N, Mazi, is it not Uri? That thing, is it not Uri?
Is it a
they say that it's a king of Jew. That thing have a similar with the king and the Jew.
Yeah.
I am beginning to reason some certain things.
They say it's a Greek language. They say,
I am beginning to reason. Any Biafra that hear my voice, go and watch that cross. They say that crucified Jesus. There is something that they read there. Please, maybe somebody should educate me. What does that thing mean?
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I am beginning to. Like they came here and say Mongopal discovered the Niger. Then when you come and realize, indeed, you will know that Mongopal did not discover the Niger. I am telling you, destroy us. But do you know what is happening to us now? In that Bible I bring to us, because I know how to tell people that Bible is our story. But you know that this thing happened to Israelites. Yes.
Go on, Mazi, go on. I don't know. Go on.
I am beginning to ask some questions and begin to reason some certain things. Do you know that when Israel was in a captivity in Babylon, they forgot their God until one prophet come and say, the God is that you people are worshiping in Babylon. It's not this that people are worshiping you, and they went back to their God. They begin to get themselves until France go back to their.
Your network is going and coming.
I really God that it's not to cook and this is one of our major problems. We abandon our God and begin to worship the God of Babylon, the God of Europeans, the God of Asia, the God of that is our problem. That is our problem. That's why we see all this calamity in us.
Thank you.
God bless you.
And you too. And you too.
Mazi Jonathan, may God bless you.
And
may
you
God
too.
bless you. May God bless you for this topic. And let them realize that man is going to destroy. That man is going to destroy many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation, and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are. Many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation, and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are. Destroy many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation, and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are.
many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are for going to destroy many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are for many wars, many countries, because God Almighty raises a nation and Almighty bring a nation down. Pretend you are for
We must continue. I'm having some difficulty. The thing was repeating, but I think it's now okay. Let me check. It's buffering. Okay, it's okay. We must continue. As I was saying before, please, I don't know the caller on WhatsApp, whether you dropped. Caller on WhatsApp couldn't hold it. It dropped. Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on, because I had a break in transmission, but it's back. What held the Israelis together? They were not completely destroyed after almost thousands of years of being scattered all over the world. Is their religion, and it's their tradition, their religion. Anywhere they are, they gather together in their kibbutz, synagogues, any country, even if it is 10 of them, they gather. They used to gather every Saturday. That's why when you read the book of Acts, because they were scattered right from time, even before the time of Christ. They have started being scattered. Paul's missionary journeys in Greece, anywhere Paul travel to, every Saturday he will go to the Jewish synagogue. That is the Jewish community, to tell them about one man called Christ. So it is that thing that joined them together. But our worst nightmare, we would have been worse. That is why God just raised somebody before we become completely destroyed. Because really, we don't have religion. Nothing binds us together. Only Nigeria. Nothing more we believe in. No ideology. our religion, Europeans bring their religion to even scatter us more. They turn us to hate our own tradition, which should have been a binding factor. They turn everything against us. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that instituted this hallowed platform, from there it becomes a rallying point for us. The Jews, they had advantage. They didn't allow anything to scatter them religiously. They were gathering, continuing in that way, that their ancient tradition. That is what that ideology kept them binded together collectively. We didn't have that. Britain came and put sword in our umbilical cord and things fell apart. Everything, the center could. After the war, 1970, they said Britain said this thing is working. They advised the caliphate and said, encourage them to go become selfish, look for money. Everybody scatter, go, let your ideology become money, and we become even more animalistic than before. Even caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you for your teachings always. I am calling from Sweden. Mazi Chukuma is my name. Adding to what you are saying, Mazi Jonathan, you know you are a great lecturer. Eh? You are also a blessing to us. And here in he always see on the cross. So I want to teach what that thing means, because I speak Greek language. I speak it as good as I speak my Igbo language also, because I spent so many years. Very good. So that thing it was originally a Greek inscription, which is INRI. In some you find it INP, like P, as you have P is Greek R. And some you have it with P, because you know there was a battle between the Greeks and the Romans because of the division of the Orthodox and the Catholic. So, but in the inscription is INRI, which means Jesus Nazarel Vasilion Ideon, which means Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews.
Yes.
That is simply what that thing means. And I want to teach also, there is, as you know, there was a battle between them, There are some Christians who don't believe in the cross, who believe like their own symbol of Christianity is fish. I don't, Mazi Jonathan, you're a good researcher. Yes. I know you must have seen that.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to teach also why they believe in that fish and what that fish means. Fish, as you have it in modern Greek today, is called psari. That is the name, psari. But in ancient Greek, it is called ichthys, which simply spells IX with O, that you cross something in the middle. That O you cross something is TH. With Y and S, it is called ichthys, which means Jesus Christos Theos Ios Soteras. Jesus Christ, God, Son and Savior. Most of the things our people read in the Bible, they don't even know the meaning, because if you want to understand better English, you have to know Greek language. So that is the advantage. You will notice that many Reverend Fathers speak both Greek and
part of the Bible originally was written in Greek language. Greek and Aramaic.
Because that time, Exactly. That time, Greek language is as you have English today, that is international language.
Of course.
Most of the apostles speak Greek. Most of the Bible events, you read, many of them happen in Greece, and I have visited almost all the places that those things happen in Greece. I have visited because I spent so many years of my life in that place. So most of the things that our people read that they don't know the meaning, like when you hear, you go to Catholic church, you hear they say Kyrie eleison. If you hear that in your head may swell, what does it mean? Lord have mercy. Kyrie eleison. That is the meaning. That is the meaning. When you hear words like sacrament, when you hear words like Eucharistia, those things, it simply means thanksgiving, Eucharistia, Eucharistia. You understand me? So those are the things that we like foreign things. As you said, we demonize our own, we condemn our own, and we swallow every foreign thing. We take it to be original, But thank God that many of our people today have scattered all over the world, and we have discovered some things. That is why when people like you speak, an ordinary gullible African will not understand you. So, but don't mind, don't worry about that. It took them many years to put us in this condition, and it will also take many years also for our people to come out of it.
Of course,
but
you're
continue the work you are doing. I'll be calling on your program if there is anything pertaining religion that is confusing our people based on the Bible. I am here to put it straight as it is. I read Greek language as I read the Igbo language. Even more better, because I spend many years of my life, when I have grown up, know things, I spend many years of my life there. So I know exactly what I am saying. And anybody who is listening to me now, a reverend father or any person who is deep in theology will tell you that I am telling you the gospel truth. Even the names we bear, when you hear names like Athanasius, when you hear names like Theodora, when you hear names like Theodore, I will tell you the meaning of those things. So thank you very much for your
Remain blessed, my brother. Remain blessed. The advantage we have is that we turn the disadvantage which the caliphate put us into, we turn it into advantage. As our leader said that when we get our country Biafra, our intelligence will be next to none, be compared to Mossad, even more than, because we are scattered all over the world. We speak all the languages of this earth. If we are saying it, many people will not understand. Don't worry, let Biafra come. That time you will understand. We are everywhere. That disadvantage, we turn it into advantage because we hear every language. Some things you call big thing when you hear as foreign language it's nothing. That is why whenever I'm explaining to you, it's language matter. It's ignorance. Sometimes you think because they speak Arab, you think it's Islamic. No, it's just a language. You understand? Like what they write in Naira bill. They use Arabic because that was the earlier education the Hausas they receive. They use Arabic, just as we are using English alphabet, European alphabet today. So it helps them to understand. As you are reading 1 naira, they cannot read the English alphabet. They read it in Arab. It's just language. But when you make a big deal about it, it becomes a big deal because of ignorance. Many things happen because of ignorance. Have you forgotten the story in the Bible where God set confusion using language? That is the highest confusion you can set. When you hear, our brother say, when you hear in Greek language, you think it's heaven is falling. When they translate it, you're like just simple thing you say every day. Nothing more. But they demonize our own, and we allow it to be demonized. start seeing our culture as our enemy. That is why we are scattered all over the world, because our land is annoyed, angry with us. But we have appeased the land. Our leader is our leader. Anytime you wake up in the morning, you pray for our leader first, because I say he picked the remnants of us, or the remnants of our brains. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. I think you're going to be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir.
There we go.
Yes, sir. This is Uzochukwu Kenakola. I was the one who called some time ago, calling from my location.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. This program today, I don't know whether I would say it's one of the best I've listened to so far. What I want to tell you, my brother, is that you're a blessing to the Biafran people. So, and the little contribution I want to make is, please, if there is any way we can be pressing on to make sure that this gospel you people are preaching will be getting to the hinterland, and the coastal land. That's what I want to say. And another thing I want to add to it is, please, I'm sorry to use this word I'm trying to use now. Please, we should make some corrections when we are saying whatever we are saying. Because as you people say just now about this Latin, Greek, when you speak it, it's like heaven is falling. There is power in words. Even this word you see, the universe or whatever, as we are meant to understand, was created by the spoken word. This word that we speak has a way of manipulating us subconsciously. So what are my little adjustments or directions on this? Please, whenever you want to talk about our land, like you talk about Southeast, South, please, I think it's better you use the word the so-called Southeast, the so-called South, so that people will start having that subconscious understanding that there is nothing like South or Southeast. But because if you keep calling when you are making statements, you say like those from the South, you are encouraging that statement in the subconsciousness of these people that call themselves South. But when you say the people in the so-called, that word that you add, so-called, will also sink into their subconsciousness. They will now start asking themselves, why is this broadcaster saying so-called? So from there, they will now come to realize that these are techniques that both the Fulani and the Western world use to divide us. So whenever you are talking about the South, you can say, like you say River State, or you say the so-called River State, or the so-called South. It's the same thing with the Southeast. You say the so-called Southeast, because there is nothing like that. We are all one people, but these are statements to divide us. So these are my little suggestions, so that we can start turning our subconscious mind to know that we are one people. And I should stop here for now. I believe next time if I call, you will pick my call. Because
I pick all calls. It depends on when he comes. If he comes south, I don't choose.
I just pray you pick my call, because I have a lot of things to say, but I don't want to take a lot of time.
Thank you very much.
But please, this one is very important because of
I understand.
The subconscious mind.
You've made a point. It's okay. I understand what you said. Which is also is very good. It's a very good point.
Yes. Because warfare is not only in shooting guns. There are the psychological parts. There are many parts in it, and this is one of the parts too. Thank you, sir. Remain blessed. Thank you for picking my call. I
remain blessed too. Thank you. We must continue. What our brother said is true. Although sometimes I used to put it. We are all eastern part of the so-called Nigeria. That's it. Because word has power. Yeah, you continue hearing wanting. At first you discard it, but a time comes, even you become tired of discarding it. It sinks direct. So that when you are talking, when you are speaking, it comes out as it sings also. I have a caller, Mazi, okay, foreign. Can you hear me? Are you there? Mazi, okay. Mazi, okay, are you there?
Hearing you, my brother. I'm hearing you. Can't you hear me? I'm hearing
not,
you.
It's not, you are not coming out. It's now you start coming out. Whether you are using earpiece.
Okay, my beloved. No, I'm not. I know the rules.
Okay.
Mazi, good evening from here. I remain a Corona and I hear from my Kalo province, Biafra land. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, I know you are closing, but two things made me to call. Firstly, the brother that I wrote to you and I responded, the brother that was speaking from Calabari area. What? He made a very good point. And Mazi, because of that brother, if you know what is happening at a place called Andoni, how the Fulanis are taking our people, marrying our people, because I don't know the kind of that guy made a lot of points, and that is more reason why we are going to make sure that we put our radio there very, very urgently, and we are going to walk there around Andoni. And the second to the last caller who called, he said everything about Greek. Of course, I'm a Greek. I lived there for years and I speak Greek, at least a 14, not even 70%. I speak it very well. My document is Greek, everything is Greek. So, language, you see this language, Mazi, there is power in this our language. And just like the Bible said, there's power in spoken words. I will leave it now because I know you don't have time. Maybe some other time when you have time, I'll come and maybe I'll talk and speak in Greek so that people understand. Thank you. Kalinita from here.
Thank you very much. And you too.
Yeah.
I have a caller. I say the other caller would be the last caller, but now, caller, please limit your contribution. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. I can hear you.
Welcome to the program.
I'm Nata from Aguleri, Namambra province of Biafra land.
Yeah, well.
Mazi, without wasting your time, I'm requesting that this program, we need more of this program, to be sincere with you. We need more of this program. This is the real problem that our people are having. We have this is the problem we have. Religion is our problem. A person that says that his father is not what, or that his father is nothing, we continue having issue in life. And this is the reason why we have been falling in everything we do. Because we have demonized our origin, and we want to be like the white men. Do you know that the word demon doesn't exist in this part of the world? What we have is Amusu. All this one they are shouting devil, Holy Ghost fire, devil this, devil that. Devil does not live here. Devil lives only in another part of the world. Does not live here. What we have in Imo River is Amusu. If you're having problem, it might be Amusu that is pushing you from your personal angle. But nowadays, what we have is devil. And the devil they imported to here is now bringing all sorts of evil to us. So please, what I'm asking is that we need more of this program. Please, I'm begging you. We need more of this program. It will really go a long way. Our people, we are in a very bad mess. And such a program will do a lot. I thank you. I thank everyone that contributed this evening. I'm really happy. Thank you.
There were Mazi. Amen. Blessed. We'll continue. We continue as long as Chukwu Kabiama is with us. I think this is where I'm going to turn off the phones. Please do not call again. I will not pick it up. As I said, I talked about collective interest. And collective interest goes with organization. An organization is government. That's it. The ability for human beings to organize themselves into government. That is why we are Homo sapiens, referred to as higher advanced animals. But make no mistake about it. The white people, they are trying to separate themselves, that they have advanced more as other beings. Now they call Homo sapiens sapiens, leaving us behind. People don't understand. But thank God for this awakening. Awakening started by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's our awakening. That is the need of the hour. This selfish interest, moving like a union one ball is good. Hard work is good, but doing it in organization, in organism, in unison is the best for our collective interest. Where have we been with this private moving selfishly? Where you struggle without organization? The people that are organized, the caliphate, will come and they make one law that will wipe off what you have struggled all over all the days of your life. They will make one law. You build in a one. How many people's buildings were destroyed in Lagos? How many? Just a law. By few people controlling. Few people are in control. They make a law. Bam. All your efforts are in vain. That is the power of organization. Collective interest. If we remove this extreme selfishness in us, they push us into it started with the advent of the Europeans, and it went into worse after the war. This selfishness. Britain they came, they collected our people, yes, they trained them. Now they took them as commissioners or errand boys or personal assistants to the north, all over Nigeria. We took it as a good thing. Yes, it would have been. But as they are doing that, they named one of the founding members of Nigeria, the amalgamate, as Obededom, our own man. Obededom, servant of servant of Edom, servant of the uncircumcised people, that Britain know that they are pushing us together. If I remember it, I say, God, these people. What you should understand, ask yourself, is why did they have this knowledge? Knew us more than we know ourselves. Why? Let our archaeologists, scientists come and start making researches, publishing researches that benefits us as a people, or that opens our eyes and confirms what we have been saying here. Not you are a professor of this and that. You are working in Canada as an archaeologist, or you are working in Mexico in order to uncover the secrets of the Mayan. The old Mayan kingdom. What are you contributing to your land? Why India or Asians are progressing? They will go outside, they learn, they bring their knowledge back home to develop their land. Our own, you come, you learn, you study, they offer you big money, they offer you money, you stay. The same thing. It's the same thing. Living good life, your personal good life. Your personal good life doesn't make you, it doesn't make them see you as better than other Africans. As I said, George Weah wrote that, look, when he won the Ballon d'Or, the golden ball in Europe, they were laughing him. His teammates were laughing him inside their dressing room. Say, what are you going to do? You are going to sell this to buy bread for your hungry Africans. Notwithstanding that he's a star like them, but they are seeing him the same way they are watching television, seeing hungry people. It's the same thing. Consider yourself lucky that you are here. So that's why, otherwise you would have been like them there. So anything we tell you, you do because we created you. You see the mentality, and they are right. If you see it, when we work for our collective interests, now we have respect. But you can succeed as an individual, but no respect. You continue suffering the same thing others are suffering. Do you see why other races go for collective interests instead of selfish interests? I will be here live with Mazi on an interactive session as usual, so that you can ask your questions as usual also on the 14th of December 2021. That is on Tuesday. Please do not miss it. Mazi Chinasanworu will be here with me on an interactive session, so that you can also bring your questions and ask him directly. You can be listening to us now on Facebook Live via Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. You go there, you listen, you share it, so that it will reach everywhere. That is how this gospel is propagated. When you are busy listening to Radio Biafra, you will no more be listening to gossips. You know, idle brain is the devil's workshop, as it is being said. But when you don't listen here, you must be listening in another place. So it's for you to choose. We have suffered many things, misfortunes which we blame on Britain, yes, but we blame ourselves also. Because sometimes I ask, why is it not that, why didn't we, our ancestors, go to invade Europe and colonize them? Are they not humans? They are not. Are they not humans like us? You know, sometimes I think in a reverse way, so that it will make me try to understand issues. Because you cannot tell me you want equality, you know, with them, and you don't think like that. You must think like that. Why is it that it's them that come to, only them come to conquer us? Why didn't we go to conquer them first before they come? Thank you very much for listening. All these are also part of rhetorical questions you should answer. By answering this type of questions, it makes you to think more profound, more deeper into the situations surrounding us, what we are suffering today. But remember, betrayal of your brother to a foreigner is the worst sin you can ever commit. You understand? Selling your brother to a foreigner for him to be killed or arrested or done anything bad is the worst sin you could commit, and it has consequences even to your generations. I'm telling you. Stop pointing at people that they are IPOB, ESN just for nothing, pointing so that they will be killed. Know that it will have repercussion to you and your generations, even if nobody knows, but our land knows. Thank you for listening. As I said, tomorrow is another day. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. Biafra is our ideology. We have no other ideology except Biafra. You understand? Here is our rallying point. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released by fire by force. We are not begging. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.